Who's got the rocket launcher? I say we blow it up. Now fire that thing.
It's for the city of sports, playing with a giant Nick. With my man S. Dot Dog.
That's him.
You feel the vibe?
That's me.
We going live.
That's us.
That like button shared, you been subscribed.
Stadium.
That MetLife Big Blue, home of the Braves.
Yeah.
That turnpike, you can see that's where the game's played. NFL one day, then it's the NBA. Madison Square Garden, that's where the Knicks play. This the NY Logan, North don't get broken. Legalize, mean this shit smoking. I'm on topic, dropping another episode. The game winner, trade, maybe a field goal. Everybody right now doing the wave. You tune in, the show called The Man Cave. I see the chat, they always doing their thing. Big views, 85-inch screen. The game's on, you rush and bleed. Stay calm, you on the road and chill. To the watch along, the show's on. The host, you know it's Asgard. It's no telling, the panel filled with guest stars. You're now rocking with the voice, you know what it is. It's your boy Jay Boogie. You're now rocking with my man Asgard. I support him to the fullest, you heard? My man Mike Blaze. This is Alter Production. What that mean? We about to alter everything that's playing. Tune in. My man S.G.O.D. Support the show. Subscribe, share it. Most importantly, hit that like button.
What's good? What's good? Salute to the orange and blue skies. You already know what the vibes is, man. It's Knicks basketball tonight from the Frost Bank Center in San Antonio. The Knicks versus the San Antonio Spurs tonight. Knicks coming in at 43-24 on the season. Spurs coming in at 28-39 on the season. Spurs coming off a loss, 125-109 to the LA Lakers. But for the Spurs, man, it's been a season of injuries and stuff like that. They are decimated now, man. No Victor Wembanyama, and then also De'Aaron Fox just got hurt not too long ago. So they are really missing some weapons and some horses, man. But for the Knicks, like I said, for the Knicks as well, man, Jalen Brunson's been out for about a week now. He's going to be out for probably a week more, a couple of weeks. So, but the Knicks got back Mitchell Robinson, and since we got Mitchell Robinson back, man, our defense has been a little bit more on point, which is that's what I wanted to see. And hopefully going forward, like I said, this could be a precursor and stuff like that for us, man. Happy that Mitch is back, man, to patrol that paint, anchor that paint. You know what I'm saying? I can shake some little more rust off, but, you know, hey, these next 20 games, 15, 16 games, whatever it is, that's all he needs, man, to get back in the game shape for the playoffs, because that's when we're going to need him. So, like I said, tonight, man, thank you guys for tapping into the Man Cave podcast, man. If this is your first time to my channel, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, man, and share this on all social media platforms, as well as go subscribe to the Aboriginal Sports Network, man, our one centralized location for all of our content. The link is right there in the chat. Make sure you go subscribe to the other content creators, myself, the Man Cave podcast, as well as Big Pat Sports Talk, Unpopular Opinion Sports at NYG, Coach Ed Gladney's Amazing World of Sports, Leaf Diggy, TP Way to Giants, Mets 21-28, Deception, and also Delay of Game. And also right now streaming on the network simultaneously will be the Mega Mets podcast 100th episode. So make sure you go over there, man, to the Aboriginal Sports Network and go support Mets 21-28 on his 100th episode. Make sure you leave a like, share, and also subscribe, man, and share it on all social media platforms, man. But like I said, tonight, man, get back to Knicks basketball. Knicks coming in against a team, the Spurs, that are reeling right now. So, hey, Knicks, we just came off of a win at home against the Miami Heat, 116-95. Let's make this 2 in a row. Let's get this win streak back up. You know, no Brunson tonight. But, hey, got other people to step up. Mikal Bridges, you know what I'm saying, Josh Hart. Mitchell Robinson is back now, and also Deuce McBride. So, hey, when one player goes down, it's time for somebody else to step up, and that's what these guys been doing. Hopefully, like I said, this is going to be even better, so that way when Brunson do get back, that way there's more people that you can, you know, depend on and stuff. Not to say you couldn't depend on them before, but now with Brunson out now guys are really like have to do a little bit more than they used to doing, and it's working out great, man. Mikal Bridges now is averaging 23 points since Brunson been out, which is great. And for the Spurs, man, you know, the rookie Stephon Castle, man, that dude, he's most likely going to win Rookie of the Year. But since the injuries to Fox and Wemby, he's averaging 20 points, you know what I'm saying, his last 10 games and stuff like that. So it should be a great matchup, man. Can't wait to see it tonight, man. Knicks versus the Spurs. First meeting about a couple of months ago at Madison Square Garden. The Knicks had to pull that one out 117-114. You know, that was a big game. Wemby had a great game in that one, but no Wemby tonight, man. So, hey, like I said, Knicks got to keep it going, man, against this Spurs team that's reeling. Let's keep them reeling, man. So Knicks got to bring it tonight on and win this game. This is a must-win game for the Knicks. Got to win these type of games. Next up for the Knicks, they're going to be playing the Charlotte Hornets tomorrow on the road. And then they come back Saturday against I think it's the Dallas Mavericks, and then Tuesday against the Wizards, or it could be the Wizards on Saturday and the Mavericks on Tuesday. But about to tip off in a few minutes, man. So like I said, man, thank you guys for tapping in. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, man. Also share it on all social media platforms, man, to the Man Cave Podcast, as well as the Aboriginal Sports Network. All right, let's go Knicks in this game. Like I said, man, the Knicks need to come out in this game, jump on the Spurs real quick. Like I said, Spurs have been getting up a lot of points, you know what I'm saying? So, hey, points, it might be a track meet tonight. So the Knicks going to have to put on their track shoes tonight, you know. And then also when Mitchell Robinson come in, hopefully he can control that paint and, you know, shut some things down for the Knicks, man. Since he's been back, man, it's been great. Like I said, Mitch at the 5. Hopefully can move Carl Towns to the 4, OG back to the 3, Mikal to the 2. And then when Brunson gets back, it'll be right there, man. So that'll be a nice lineup for us. And then off the bench, these other guys come off the bench. Persis Achua, Deuce McBride, you know, possibly Josh Hart, you know, or could be Bridges coming off the bench if what's the name? If Mitchell Robinson gets into the starting lineup. So he's about to tip off soon, man. Hope you guys are having a great night, man. Like I said, let's go Knicks, man. Shout out to the chat. Tyrone Hall, what's good, bro? He said, what's good? Any word on Jalen's return? Yeah, I think they're going to reevaluate him, I think, next weekend or something like that, because the initial report, he'll be like out late March, early April. So he'll be reevaluated next week. So if he's good to go, he might play next weekend, but more likely like April, like the first week in April, he'll be back. But like I said, with him being out, these next 4 games, like I said, these are all winnable games. Like the Knicks should be able to try to win these games. And hey, man, build some more chemistry and some, you know, give some guys some more opportunities and stuff like that. So the way when Brunson do get back, now you got even more of an arsenal of guys, you know, to make plays and stuff like that, giving other guys more confidence to make some plays. But yeah, like I said, so Brunson, like I said, they'll check back on him next week, see how he's doing with his ankle and stuff like that. Hopefully, like I said, for the playoffs, I know hopefully it's going to be something that's going to be lingering, because any little false step or something like that, or tweak it or something like that, it's very easy to tweak a sprained ankle. Very easy. I mean, you could just step wrong, one little step wrong, and it's back to being, you know, ginger again, walking gingerly. Yeah, Josh Hart, man, had his 8th triple-double of the season in the last game, man. You know what I'm saying? He had the game before, he didn't score, but he made up for it in this last game with a triple-double against the Miami Heat at Madison Square Garden. But tonight, the Knicks are on the road tonight in San Antonio. Then they'll be on the road tomorrow night in Charlotte as well to play the Hornets. And like I said, then after that, Saturday, it was either going to be the Wizards or the Mavericks. But these next 4 games are games that the Knicks can win. And like I said, hopefully, like I said, they could just take these games, man, because they're going to need it. All these wins adds up, man. Stacking these wins adds up to the end of the season, man, for seeding. Right now, the Knicks are 3rd in the Eastern Conference right now, you know, behind the Cavs and the Celtics, and the Bucks are in 4th place, not too far behind, like 4 games behind. So Knicks got to keep winning and stuff like that to stay ahead of the Bucks. Oh yeah, then I could check on some other scores around the association. I think it's a light night in the NBA right now. So tonight, got a little slate of games. All right. 2 seconds left to go in the second quarter. Indianapolis, the Pacers up 68-57 over the Mavericks. Halftime, the Rockets over the Magics 56-52. Also, 2:13 left to go in the first quarter. Detroit trailing Miami 27-17. And the 2 8 o'clock games, New Orleans at Minnesota, Philadelphia at OKC, 9 o'clock game, Washington at Utah, 10 o'clock games, Denver at the Lakers, and the Bulls at the Phoenix Suns. And then also Memphis at Portland, Cleveland at Sacramento. So we got 4 10 o'clock games tonight. So a good little bit of NBA action tonight. You know, like I said, first things first, Knicks got to take care of this game tonight against the Spurs, man. Hopefully, there's going to be a back and forth game, man. Hopefully, Knicks could take control of this game at some point in the first quarter, second quarter, and then cruise on and stuff like that. Because these are the definitely type of games that, you know what I'm saying, that could sneak up on you and bite you, man. You want to take control of this game while this team is injured right now. Like I said, I mean, we're missing our top gun, Jalen Brunson, but it's all good. For the Spurs tonight, man, there's going to be Jeremy Sochan, Harrison Barnes, Devin Vassell, Stephon Castle, and Chris Paul against Karl Anthony Towns, OG Anunoby, Josh Hart, Mikal Bridges, and Deuce McBride. So the Spurs going with a smaller lineup: Jeremy Sochan and Harrison Barnes. And then you got the guards: Devin Vassell, Stephon Castle, and Chris Paul, the vet. Keys to the game for the Knicks, man: attack the rack, defense never rest, and thirsty for 30. All right, so about to tip off. All right. Let's see. I'm gonna see how the Knicks start this game off tonight, man, against the Spurs. Like I said, the Spurs can score points too. I mean, even though they give up a lot of points, they can also score too. And for the Spurs, man, you know, since the stroke that Popovich had, he's been you know, away from the team and stuff. So Mitch Johnson has been an interim coach for, you know, since he's been out, man. So rest up well for Popovich and stuff like that. Get well soon, man. All right, the tip is up, and there's be Spurs ball. Castle with the ball, guarded by Deuce McBride at the top of the key. Castle looking, finds Vassell. Vassell over to Paul. Paul looking, finds Sochan. Sochan back to Stephon Castle. Castle to Sochan. Fakes Towns in the lane, lays it up, and no good. Rebounded by Josh Hart. Here comes the Knicks. Hart with the ball over to Towns. 3-point shot is up and good. So Knicks go up 3-0 over the Spurs. Spurs come right back. Chris Paul with the ball out to Vassell. Vassell over to Harrison Barnes. Barnes down the lane, lays it up and in. So 3-2. Knicks with the ball back. Deuce McBride with the ball. Deuce over to Josh Hart, back to Deuce. Deuce down to Karl Anthony Towns. Fall away jump shot is good. And so Karl Anthony Towns with the first 5 points for the Knicks. Spurs quickly inbound to Stephon Castle with the shot up. Hezzy in the lane. Good. 5-4 Knicks. Knicks quickly inbounds to Deuce. Deuce guarded by Vassell. Now over to Bridges. Bridges looking. Finds Deuce McBride. Backdoor Deuce in the lane. Throws to Mikal Bridges and loses it and finds Towns down in the post. Towns fall away shot. Good. 7-4 Knicks. Spurs inbounds. Stephon Castle with the ball. Around the Sochan screen. Over to Chris Paul. Paul over to Harrison Barnes. Pull up 3-point from the elbow. Good. And we are tied at 7. So both teams coming out hot. Knicks quickly inbounds. Deuce with the ball. Across the timeline. Guarded by Vassell. Over to Bridges. Bridges. Over to OG Anunoby, back to Bridges. Bridges around the screen. Bridges in the corner, trying to find a mismatch. Finds Towns, guarded by Castle. Towns in the lane and lays it up and in. So Towns with all 9 points for the Knicks. Knicks up 9-7. Spurs inbounds to Castle. Castle in the lane. His floater is up and good. And we are tied at 9. So trading baskets, going baskets for baskets. All right, Knicks inbounds to Deuce McBride, guarded by Vassell. Over to Towns at the top of the key. Over to Josh Hart, back to McBride at the elbow. McBride over to Towns. Towns, 3-point shot from the top of the key. No good. Rebounded by the Spurs, Vassell. And here comes the Spurs over to Castle. Castle guarded by Deuce. Castle in the lane. Shot is up, no good, but he is fouled, and he'll be going to the free throw line. So Deuce, like I said, Deuce is Went for the fake. All right. So Castle will be at the free throw line for 2. All right. Castle's first free throw is up, and it's no good. In and out. Castle's second free throw is good, and Spurs go up 10-9. So, like I said, 10-9. Like I said, this might be a track meet right here for these guys. Like I said, the Spurs give up a lot of points too, but they score points, but they give up a lot of points. All right. Knicks inbounds. OG inbounds to Bridges. Bridges with the ball. Guarded by Castle. Across the timeline. Over to Deuce. Guarded by Vasil. Deuce with the ball. Looking. Trying to find Towns. Finds Towns guarded by Sokin. Towns in the lane. Throws out the Deuce. Deuce with the ball. Step back jump shot is up and no good. Rebounded by Sokin. And here comes the Spurs. Quickly ahead to Vasil for a 3-point shot from the elbow. No good. Rebounded by OG Anunoby. And here comes the Knicks. OG quickly ahead to Bridges. Bridges down the lane. Looks like he tried to shot is up. No good. Rebounded by Castle. And here comes the Spurs. Over to Chris Paul. Paul at the top of the key around the Sokin screen. Paul throws in the corner to Harrison Barnes for another 3-point shot from the elbow. Good. Spurs go up 13-9. Knicks with the ball. Deuce across the timeline, around the town screen, over to Josh Hart. Hart over to OG Anunoby. Wide open 3-point shot from the elbow. No good. Rebounded by Castle. Here comes the Spurs over to Chris Paul. Paul over to Sokin. Sokin back to Chris Paul. Out to Harrison Barnes. 3-point shot from the corner. No good. Rebounded by Chris Paul. Over to Stephon Castle. Over to Harrison Barnes for another 3-point shot from the elbow. No good. And it'll be Knicks ball. Spurs are trying to be a little bit more active on the yeah, what's up, D? Hot start for Towns. Yeah, man. Towns got all 9 points for the Knicks. All right, Knicks with the ball. Hart over to Towns. Wide open 3-point shot is up. No good. Rebounded by Harrison Barnes. And here comes the Spurs. Barnes at the top of the key, guarded by Deuce. Barnes at the elbow. Still guarded by Deuce. Barnes in the lane. His fall away shot is up and good. 15-9 Spurs. Knicks inbounds to Deuce McBride. McBride with the ball. So Harrison Barnes has 10 points as well. So it's been the Barnes. Over to OG Anunoby. His shot is up. No good. Rebounded by Josh Hart to Karl Anthony Towns. Towns. His fall away shot is up. No good. Rebounded by Hart to Towns. His shot is no good. And this should have been a foul. No foul for Towns. That's crazy. All right, here comes the Spurs. Castle to Sokin. And it is stripped and stolen by the Knicks. Dewani, what's good, bro? You already know the vibes. Let's go down to OG Anunoby. His shot is up. No good, but he is fouled, and he'll be going to the free throw line. But, yeah, man, Towns got he got hammered on that play. How is that not a foul? So timeout on the floor. 6:33 left to go in the first quarter. Spurs up 15-9 over the Knicks. So far, a good start for both teams. Like I said, Karl Anthony Towns with 9 points in the game. Harrison Barnes with 10 points. They're the high scores right now. So, hey, everybody else going to have to step up too. Like I said, Towns right now is a hot man. But like I said, this game is going to be a track meet, man. It's going to be going a high-scoring game. Like I said, Spurs are a little bit smaller. Like I said, with no Wemby in the lineup, a little bit smaller now. Like I said, going with Sokin and Harrison Barnes. I said Knicks should be feasting. The town should be feasting down in there, man. Like they got to put him in that post, put him in the post, and make the Spurs play some defense, man. Double team or something. Like I said, these are the type of games that we got to win, man. These are the type of games we got to get this dub. Can't be playing around with these teams, man. Like I said, you fall behind, and you gotta have to use more energy to come from behind, man. That's a lot. Just like I said, just match their energy from the start, and then also, like I said, just take it to these guys, man. But like I said, even though they have Wemby's out, De'Aaron Fox is out, they still being competitive. Yeah, they might lose a game, but they still gonna bring it. They still gonna bring it, man. So this ain't gonna be no walk in the park for the Knicks, man. They're gonna have to get this win. Just gotta play some defense too. So when we get back, OG will be at the free throw line, like I said, but Town should have been at the free throw line earlier, man. I don't know what they doing, man. Shit, what's good, D?
Chilling. I'm glad you saw that massacre on Towns.
Yeah,
I was like, what are these dudes not watching the play, or they on a coffee break?
yeah, the official's right there. You saw what he did. He just put his arms out like bro, play on. I was like, come on now, bro. Y'all do
Out
this
of
all the
control.
time. Play on.
It-
I mean, these dudes are getting whacked. You know what I'm saying? It'd be one thing if they hit the ball. It's like, all right, OG's first free throw was good. But yeah, I'm like, yo, if y'all gonna be calling like this, it's like, come on now. Yeah, it's kind of weird because usually, Knicks. All right, so OG's second free throw is no good. Make one, miss one. Gotta be right. All right, so Keldon Johnson is in the game for the Spurs. Johnson with the ball over to Vasil. Vasil guarded by Deuce over to Harrison Barnes, who's been the hot man for the Spurs. Over to Sokan. Sokan with the ball over to Vasil. Vasil around a screen. Fall away jump shot in the lane is no good, but tap back in and missed by Keldon Johnson. Here comes the Knicks. Deuce McBride ahead to OG Anunoby, who loses the ball, but Deuce McBride has it. Over to Mikal to Deuce in the corner for the 3-point shot. No good. Rebounded by Johnson. And here comes the Spurs over to Chris Paul. Paul around the Sokan screen. Paul down to Sokan in the lane. Nowhere to go. Throws it back out to Keldon Johnson. And it's a moving screen. Offensive foul on the Spurs. It'll be Knicks ball.
I just want Mikel to aggressively go for one rebound at least. Just one rebound.
Yo, you know that dude only had one rebound in the last game.
I know, dude. I wanted to hit you.
Him and OG.
Him and
like,
OG had
like,
one. Deuce
bro.
had 2 rebounds for himself.
Yo, I just don't understand how these guys can't get rebounds, bro. With
I
all
mean,
these misses,
Shabbat
with
and
all
them
these
came
misses.
in and was getting more rebounds.
All right, Knicks with the ball. Bridges over to Anunoby. Wide open 3-point shot from the elbow. No good. Rebounded by Keldon Johnson. Over to Chris Paul. Paul with the ball around Bismack Biyombo screen. Paul, free throw line jump shot is good. 17-10, and the Knicks are down 7. All right, Knicks with the ball. Knicks got to make some shots, bro. Like I said, it's about making shots. I mean, the shots are there. You just got to make these shots. Deuce with the ball. Open 3-point shot. No good. Rebounded by the Spurs. Chris Paul, and here comes the Spurs. Up 7. Paul around a Bismack Biyombo screen. Paul pull up 3-point shot. Good. 20 to 10. They making shots. At the end of the day, that's what it comes down to. All right, Deuce with the ball over to Mikal around the town screen. Mikal down the lane, throws it out to Josh Hart, to Deuce McBride, to Mikal Bridges. 3-point shot from the corner, no good. Rebounded by Harrison Barnes, and here comes the Spurs on a 13-1 run. Paul, 3-point shot pull up. Oh my God. And he got it 23-10. And it's a 13-point Spurs lead. Spurs are on fire.
Got a timeout,
And
baby.
timeout on the floor. Yeah, this is what it is. Like I said, it's just about making shots, bro. There ain't nothing that the Spurs ain't doing, nothing different playing tough defense. And they just gotta make shots. The Spurs are making theirs, and Knicks ain't making theirs. Jacob, what's good, bro? Thanks for tapping in. What up, fan? Gonna be at the casino tomorrow for the first day. Oh, he gonna be making that money. He said he gonna be at the casino for the first day of the tourney, the NCAA tournament. The tournament starts tomorrow or Thursday. Because I know, you know what? Yeah. Tomorrow is the tournament. Thursday, yeah. Because today's like those games, like the first four, like from yesterday and today.
Right.
Jacob gonna be over there making that money. He's gonna be making them sports bets. Hey, that's a good way to do it because them games start at like 12 o'clock. There's a bunch of games gonna be on tomorrow, man. So
Flooded.
hey, it's gonna be flooded. So hey, be at that casino, man. You could be making some live bets while you're there. You know what I'm saying? And in-game bets, all that type of stuff while you're up there, man. It's like, yo, that's crazy. Which casino you go to? Which one you going to? I don't know if it's like Harrah's or Cherokee.
Oh, they got a couple in the A.
No, it's not. Yeah. I don't know if Jacob is in. Jacob, you in the Alpharetta? 5 minutes without a basket can't win like that against nobody. Jacob, where you in Alpharetta or where you going to the casino? I'll see, because if he going to the casino, it's gonna have to be like Carolina.
Oh, word? They don't have none. They don't have none in the A.
Nah. They haven't been. They've been voting against it. I
For
mean,
the longest, huh?
he in Connecticut. You in Connecticut, so you go to
Oh,
You go to
yeah, for sure.
Mohegan.
He's got flooded. Yeah.
Yeah, you gonna be a Mohegan. Yeah, okay. Oh man, that dude he gonna be in heaven tomorrow. He gonna be in heaven tomorrow, man. He said, what Tyrone said, 5 minutes without a basket can't win like that against nobody. Yeah, you can't win like that. You got to make shots, bro.
No.
At the end of the day, you got to make shots. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah, but it's like they've fallen in love with the 3-point shot. I just don't understand why are we now. Mikal had a couple of chances in down low, especially against Chris Paul. Like, come on, dude. That's feast or famine for you.
But even when Towns are shooting fall away jump shots. I'm like, bro, stop with the fall aways. I mean, what is this thing?
Dude, because everybody's super. It's not like you and days and them. Like they super soft. You know what I mean? It's like banging bodies
you trying to get fouled, bro. If you ain't make the shot, at least trying to get fouled. You ain't even trying to do that. You fall away jump shots. You don't get you're not going to the free throw line on fall away jump shots, bro.
Not at all.
It's like, and like I said, this is a trap game. This is the type of game that you're supposed to be winning. You down 23-10 to the Spurs, and it ain't nothing different that they doing to you that you know what I'm saying? It ain't no stifling defense, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's just like making shots, making baskets, and they small. All right, Knicks inbounds, Deuce over to Bridges down the lane over to OG Anunoby. Thought about the 3-point shot. OG in the lane. His shot is up, no good, but tapped back in by who? Mitchell Robinson. Thank you, Mitch. All right. Spurs inbounds to Vasil. Yeah, because Mitch was the first one to score other than Karl Anthony Towns. Ain't nobody else been scoring. All right, Chris Paul in the lane. Fall away jump shot is good, man. Chris Paul is turning back the hands of time against when he played the Knicks, right? I guess everybody turned back when they played the Knicks, right? All of a sudden, everybody could become pure shooters, right?
Well, he's always been knocking down those mid ranges like that, but
yeah, Deuce with the ball in the lane over to Mikal Bridges. Bridges out to Landry Shamet to OG Anunoby over to Deuce. Shot is up and no good, but tap back in by who else? Mitchell Robinson. That's what we've been missing all season. An offensive rebounder that can put the ball right back in and get us second chance opportunities. I mean, Towns been doing it too, but Mitch do at a different pace. All right, Paul with the ball around a Bismack Biyamo screen over to Vasil to Keldon Johnson guarded by OG. Try to push off Johnson. OG with the defense, no good. Rebounded by Mitchell Robinson out to OG Anunoby. Here comes the Knicks down 11. 25-14 Spurs. OG with Keldon Johnson out to Mikal Bridges in the lane. His shot is up, no good, but he is fouled. And that's another thing. He's been going to the free throw line at least since Brunson been out. Because before, when Brunson was there, he was only going to the free throw line like probably one time a game, or not even that. Now he's going like 4 times.
He was going to the line as much as he was rebounding.
Yeah, but see on that play, when you go towards the basket, instead of falling away, you get fouled. Like I said, you're a long player. You're going to get fouled because you're a long player. You go straight up, you're going to get fouled. They're going to hit you in your arms or something. But when you fall away, a fadeaway, it ain't going to happen. All right, Bridges' first free throws up and is good. Second free throws up and is also good. 25-16 and 7-6.
The one that was suspect in this game is Harrison Barnes with his shots. He was just making like banking threes and shit.
Yeah. Like I said, you watch a game tomorrow night when they play somebody else and they can't hit the side of a freaking barn.
Right.
All right. Spurs with the ball. Johnson with the ball over to Chris Paul. And this is the second unit in with Vasil is only started. Vasil, his jump shot is up and no good. Oh my God. Biombo almost got him head over OG Anunoby. He's like, get off the floor, bro. All right.
Box out
Deuce to Shamet for a 3-point shot. No good. Rebounded by Bridges. Bridges, his fall away jump shot, air ball. See, you falling away. It's like, bro, just go straight up with your shot, man. Chris Paul, straight away 3-point shot, no good. Rebounded by Mitch. Just took it from OG. He's like, let me get that.
Exactly, because he wasn't trying to get that.
That's what I'm saying. Is the effort level. OG in the lane. Shot is up. That was a foul. That was a foul.
Of course it was.
To Vasil, that's a foul, bro. That is a foul. Keldon Johnson, 3-point shot, no good. Rebounded by Mitchell Robinson, who went to go get the rebound. That's what you got to go get the ball. That ball didn't come to him. He had to go get it. That's what you got to do. Go get the ball. Knicks with the ball. Bridges over to Robinson. Robinson over to Deuce McBride. Over to Mikal Bridges, and he is fouled. And they call a foul, and that's a foul. But OG and Anunoby don't get a foul. It's like they pick and choose which they want to call a foul. This is ridiculous. I'm like I said, I'm at the moment just like, yo, you don't even know what's a foul and what's not a foul.
But there's no way they could show video and these dudes is talking about they watching the game like everybody else. They got to see these fouls. There's no way they can't say they can't see these fouls.
Cameron Payne will check in for Deuce McBride, and Stephon Castle checks back into the game for the Spurs. All right, Knicks inbound. 1:46 left to go in the first. Cameron Payne with the ball at the top of the key. Cameron Payne in the lane. His floater is up and no good. Come on, guys. You got to make some baskets, bro. All right. Vasil with the ball over to Bismack Biyombo. Biyombo to Castle. Castle around a Biyombo screen. Castle, his shot in the lane is up. No good, but put back in by Biyombo because no boxing out. 27-16. Knicks inbounds. OG over to Cameron Payne, back to OG, back to Payne, around the Robinson screen, Payne to Landry Shamet in the corner, his 3-point shot, no good. Rebounded by Champagne over to Castle. Castle with the ball in the lane. His shot is up, no good. Rebounded by Shamet. Here comes the Knicks. Knicks look like they just running up and down. Knicks just doing cardio.
I was about to say, did they get off the plane late or something? Like,
they didn't get off the plane late. They ain't get on the plane late. OG in the lane, and the ball is poked away, and it'll be Knicks' ball. And OG can't wait to go to the bench. He said, I'm tired. He tired. He is tired. Deuce is on the bench. Josh Hart is on the bench. All right, Knicks will inbounds. Cameron Payne will inbounds. The Knicks Twin Tower lineup is in with Mitchell Robinson and Karl Anthony Towns. Over to Towns. Towns down the lane. Shot is up good and a foul. Yeah, flex the muscle. You should have been flexing the muscles, but Towns he got like 11 of the Knicks points. Between him and Robinson, they got the points.
I thought that dude was on his like a knapsack. He was hanging on his back.
Yeah, so Towns will be at the free throw line to complete the 3-point play with 39 seconds left to go in the quarter. And this free throw, of course, is no good. I don't know what's going on with these guys, bro. They just like they off and on and stuff. But all right, Spurs rebound. Biyombo with the ball over to Castle. Castle 3-point shot up. No good, but set back in by Biyombo. Nobody's boxing out, man. Come on. Can't be letting this guy score. You got to put that dude in the free throw line. 29-18, 26 seconds left. Biyombo gets the ball, put him on the free throw line. You keep putting him on the free throw line, it's going to mess up his confidence. He ain't going to do that stuff anymore, like I said, because he's not a good free throw shooter. Towns in the lane, his jump hook is up and good. 29-20, 16 seconds left to go. Spurs with the ball. Castle across the timeline. 13 points in the quarter for Karl Anthony Towns. 9 points Spurs lead around a Biyombo screen. And he is fouled by Bridges. So it looked like the Knicks had a foul to give. 5.7 seconds left to go in the quarter. 9 point Spurs lead. And Sochan will check back into the game, but it's good minutes for Bismack Biyombo. Like I said, you got to foul this guy. You can't let this guy just get easy tip back in. All right, Spurs with the ball. Vasil guarded OG Anunoby. His shot is blocked. 3-point shot. Good defense by OG Anunoby. And that is the end of the first quarter with the score. San Antonio up 29-20 over the Knicks from Frost Bank Center in San Antonio. Like I said, Spurs coming in at 28-39 on the season with injuries to Victor Wembanyama and De'Aaron Fox. Those guys are out. And for the Knicks, Jalen Brunson has been out. He should be out for another weekend, a week and a half or something like that until they be reevaluated to see what's good.
Yeah, they said he still got swelling in that ankle.
Yeah, still got swelling in the ankles. Like, yo, that was if he got swelling, it's like, yo, what does Cooper Flag have?
Well, I think they should actually for that first game. They should at least sit Cooper Flag for that game.
Yeah, I don't think they keep talking about he probably gonna be ready for Friday or whatever, Thursday or Friday. So I was like, oh yeah, he's gonna sit him down because they don't need him against whoever they playing in that first game.
I would think not. They just beat what's the name for the ACC championship?
Yeah, Louisville.
Oh, for the tourney, yeah.
Louisville.
So I wouldn't even push that for him because he's gonna be hobbling and favoring it and just hurt himself on other end.
He probably been in I know they probably been having it in a walking boot. The boot for all this time.
Well, that's what that was saying. People were saying it wasn't that bad because they didn't put him in the boot right away. Because that's normally what you put in.
Yeah, tell people to stop saying what they wanted. They assume it's like he probably went afterwards. He probably had a boot going, leaving the leaving the stadium and all that stuff. People just be like, yeah, they got a boot just sitting on the sidelines waiting to put it on you as soon as it happens.
Well, what you want to do is keep the compression on it or keep it tight so you don't get that massive swelling. Try to keep the swelling down.
What they need to do is have a wheelchair there at the end of each bench, so that way somebody like that come down, they can just put them in a wheelchair and wheel them straight into the locker room and stuff like that, and then go do what they have to go. No, for real. Instead of having people help them up, it's like, yo, put them in a wheelchair and then just push them into the locker room, and then they could evaluate them in there and stuff like that. Instead of having them like walk off on it or help them off and taking more time. It's like, bro, I'm surprised it's not there though. Wheelchair should be right there at least, so to have it just in case.
Well, because the inconvenience of the room of where what everybody's seating and everything else.
No, I know, but I'm just saying like by the bench or something like that, right behind the bench, because there's size on the sides of the bench or something like that. Those are things like with technology on, so they should already be thinking about those things and stuff like that for injuries like that, especially in basketball games. All right, so it's about to start the second quarter, and Knicks inbounds to Shamet back to Cameron Payne. Like I said, we got to get some bench scoring from these guys, man. Can't be having 4 points off the bench. All right, Payne over to Towns, guarded by Soker. And look at that. That's defensive 3 seconds. Defensive 3 seconds.
Finally got it, though. Ain't that shit? They called it.
Listen, if I be a referee, like they probably won't even like it because I be calling that stuff all the time. Like, yo, you keep calling it, them guys gonna stay out the lane.
Yeah, but how can they miss it? All of their team was in the lane, like waiting for Towns to make a move.
But I think it's almost like when you watch Knicks games, it's like that too. Like they do that. They try to clog the paint so the Knicks won't get in the paint or something like that. Because Knicks one of the best paint scoring teams, but that's not a recipe for like other teams to just, like I said, they start calling more of a teams to stop doing that, and they can give the Knicks more free range to get down in that,
Exactly. Again.
Yeah, I know. Knicks inbounds to Shamet. And it's same thing again. Knicks looking for Towns. Same thing again. Because Keldon Johnson just sitting in that paint. And then again, because
Precious is at the top of the key. That dude is
that's what I'm saying. Keep doing it. Keep calling it. You keep calling it, they're gonna stop doing that. Because like I said, you keep doing that, then it's like dude's gonna be like, no, either I'm gonna go and commit or I'm not going to go commit. And Towns free throws up and it's good. 29-22. And Knicks with the ball. So Cameron Payne on inbound the ball is like, yo, like I said, man, yeah, keep calling. I'm surprised they called 2 defensive 3 seconds in a game. That's Knicks with the
back
ball.
to back. On top of that,
shot is up and good. Should have been a foul too on Towns.
And a foul is right.
29-24.
The whole team
Knicks
still
Towns
converged on them.
All right, Spurs with the ball. Castle. Towns now has 17 points in the game over to Champagne. Over to who? Number 14. I forgot his name. Wembley. All right, he scores 31-24. Cameron Payne. What the heck? Payne over to Towns. It's guarded by Sokan, and they finally call a foul. I mean, you could take your pick of whoever fouled him. You could take your pick.
Exactly on that one.
You could take your pick, whoever fouled them. All right, for the Spurs, who's 14 is Blake Wesley. Okay, Blake Wesley.
Man, he was grabbing Campaign all the way going down.
All right, so Towns will be at the free throw line for 2. With Dewan, he said Tibbs need to complain about it more, force refs to make that call. Yeah, man, because that defensive 3 seconds, I'm surprised they called 2 in this game because that's and they don't call that stuff and you could go I don't know how many games you can go without that stuff being called.
Exactly, because Miami was doing the same thing, sort of.
That's what they do. It's like, let's just clog the paint up and stuff like that. They start calling that a whole lot more. It's like, hey, teams will stop doing that and they'll get more points. Or if they want to keep doing it, hey, just keep calling it until they get tired of getting on whistle for it. Towns free throws are good, 31-26. And Towns is like the Knicks' whole offense right now, man. He has 19 of the Knicks' 26. Spurs with the ball. Castle over to Sokan with the ball over to Castle. Castle around the screen. And the pass is deflected and stolen by the Knicks. Josh Hart. Here comes the Knicks. Hart down to Precious Achiuwa for the dunk. 31-28. Spurs quickly inbound to Wesley. Over to Champagne. Champagne throws back out to Wesley. Out to 54. I gotta see these names, man. It's like the bench. 54 is, I guess, is Sanjo Mama Clavish. Completion shot is up, no good, but he puts it back in.
Mama Shelly.
All right, it's like, he puts it back in. 33-28. So Knicks got to hit the boards. Got to get on these boards, man. Got to help out. All right, Knicks with the ball. Payne over to Towns. Towns guarded by, and he got fouled, but of course they ain't calling nothing. Over to Wesley. Wesley shot is up and in and a foul, and he'll go to the free throw line to complete the 3-point play, but Towns don't get no foul.
Well, just that. Precious didn't get a foul on his dunk.
I know.
It's like, but you call that. So I was like, okay.
And that's I mean, even as a foul, that's a soft foul. See, that's what I'm be talking about. Those are soft fouls. That's what I'm talking about. It's like, bro, if you ain't gonna call the tough fouls, don't call the soft fouls, man. That's how I look at it, man. If you're gonna let them play, let them play. All right, so Wesley done coming off the bench. I haven't seen this dude's name, so I don't know if he's on a 10-day contract or he's on 18, but his free throw is no good. Rebounded by Chua. Said, let me get this rebound. Over to Josh Hart. Hart, wide open, 3-point shot. No good. Rebounded by Mashvili. Over to Wesley, and he gets fouled by Cameron. This dude is drawing fouls like, I mean, they ain't stopping this dude. This dude is pushing it. He's forcing the issue.
They're just running down. They just trying to slow him down.
Yeah, because he's running. He's running that thing. He ain't slowing down for nobody. He said, this dude done got like 2 fouls or 3 fouls on somebody, man. All right. Spurs inbounds. Castle over to Sokan. Sokan back to Castle. Castle around the screen. His jump shot in the lane is no good. Rebounded by Towns. Over to Josh Hart. Hart with the ball. At the elbow. Looking. Finds Achiuwa. Achiuwa back to Josh Hart. Hart to Cameron Payne. Side shot, Bob. 3-point shot is good. 35-31. I just want to see more of that. All right, Spurt with the ball. Castle with the ball. Castle around the screen, around the Sokan screen. Castle back to Meshavelli, and he hits a 3-point shot, 38-31. This dude ain't playing. These bench players ain't playing. They coming in and producing.
Coming in firing.
Yeah, they coming in and producing. They ain't hesitating. All right, down Josh Hart to Cameron Payne. Payne to Precious Achua. His shot is no good. And rebounded by Harrison Barnes. And here comes the Spurs. Barnes at the top of the key, guarded by Payne. Barnes. Shot is up, no good by Payne, but he is fouled. And Payne is saying he pushed off, but
no, he said he hooked
fouls.
him.
Yeah, they'll call them fouls. They'll call them fouls and stuff like that. And then Precious Achua got fouled at the other end too.
Payne caught that elbow in his throat.
And Harrison Barnes is back at the free throw line. 7-point Spurs lead. Barnes' first free throw is up, and it's good. No, it's in and out. It's like everybody here making one miss one, huh? David Robinson, the Admiral's in the house. And Barnes' second free throw is up, and it's also good. 39-31. 8-point Spurs lead. Achua inbounds to Cameron Payne. Payne guarded by Wesley, and Wesley's being a pest over there, huh? Cameron
He's all
Payne.
over that dude.
He playing with some energy. That's what I'm saying. He bringing that energy. He playing with that. Payne 3-point shot is up, no good. Rebounded by Meshavelli over to Stephon Castle. Castle guarded by Shamet. Castle with the ball down the lane, lays it up and in, and the foul. He's a strong guard, man. For a rookie, he's a strong guard.
Yeah, but they got to watch on the release of that. He can't extend his arm to push him off on a shot.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. They let these guys do that nowadays, man. Push off, like I said, extend their arms, that should be an automatic offensive foul. Because if you challenge that could be an offensive foul, but we ain't going to challenge it to the fourth quarter, so it don't matter. Castle's free throws up and is good, and back to an 11-point lead. Like I said, the Spurs they scoring though. Knicks ain't playing though. Like I said, Knicks are not keeping up. And Shamet gets fouled, but they said there's a turnover on the Knicks.
That was the dumbest play. I have no idea what's going on tonight.
Sokan inbounds the ball. That's unbelievable. How dudes get fouled, but you call it out. You say, out of bounds on the Knicks, he gets fouled though. All right, Castle shot is up, no good. Rebounded by Josh Hart, and he gets fouled right there, no call. Castle fouled a dude and no call. You know what? That's what I'm saying. Hart out to Precious Achua, and he can't handle. But Josh Hart is like he right because Castle fouled him at the other end. All right, Spurs with the ball, but hey, Spurs coming back. They scoring. Knicks got to score, man. It can't just be Towns, bro. Everybody else got to score, bro. All right, Spurs with the ball. Wesley with the ball. Spurs up 42-41 over to Castle around a Meshavelli screen. Castle looking, finds Harrison Barnes in the lane, down low to Sokin for the dunk. And it's for 13-point Spurs lead now, 44-31.
I think tonight he's going to try to limit Mitchell Robinson.
Josh Hart. And Spurs on a 13-3 run. Earlier, they was on a 13-1 run. It's like, yo, you can't win games with teams get on a 13-1 run and stuff like that. You got to score the ball yourself. Like I said, it's nothing that the Spurs are doing so much. You know what I'm saying? Some of it, it's fouls to get away with some fouls, but some of it, you got to, make some baskets.
Well, you said it earlier. They went to a smaller lineup, which puts definitely Towns at a difficult.
Yeah, the Spurs started a smaller lineup, and I mean they've been playing with a smaller lineup too. But the Knicks, you got to punish them some more. But like I said, they call some defensive 3 seconds because they pack in the paint. You know what I'm saying? They pack in the paint, but they got to make these. But these guys got to pay for. They got to make them pay for making these shots outside. Though, if you ain't making them shots outside, it's not helping.
Well, that's how you don't make them pay outside. You make them pay inside. That's what they've been doing by Towns getting the ball. The fact is that the Knicks just has to stop them on the opposite end, on their offensive end by limiting them on the 3-point shots and stopping them from getting layups like that, which is going to be hard because Towns' footwork is not that good to stay up with what's the name.
Yeah, but what I was saying is with Towns getting the ball inside and they packing the paint, he got to kick it back out to those guys. They got to make them shots. If they make more of them shots than them guys they will come back outside. That's what I'm saying with them guys. They got to make shots, bro. At the end of the day, it can't just be Towns scoring. Everybody else got to make shots. And that's what I keep saying is like the bench got to keep producing. Like I said, you watch these other teams, their benches is producing no matter what. Doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? And they ain't like the best so-called, you know what I'm saying? Some of these are no-name players. You know what I'm saying? That's coming in that's just really like, you know, like I said, they got that energy going, man. They just like, yo, let's do it.
Yeah, but
Like I
the
said,
bottom line, that's why I asked you, did they get off the flight late?
they
Because
ain't get off no
it's not
flight late.
even because we can't even get outside shots to drop from our starters. I mean,
Just say Tyrone. He
Hart is going to
said,
struggle because he's not a shooter.
they said this team plays with no direction, and the coach is a big part of it. Yeah, I don't know.
Probably.
Sometimes I don't know what these.
Absolutely.
It's like you're looking at it, it's like, yo, what are we seeing right here, man? This is supposed to be a hard nosed, defensive minded coach, a no nonsense coach, and when I look at some of the defensive assignments that they be missing, and he has no reaction to it, I just be like, you know what, forget it, man. It
He
don't
know he's
matter.
got on being a defensive coach. He know he has lousy defensive players on that end, other than the typical ones that we know could play a little defense.
Well, listen, I don't care about if you got them. You need to be getting in. You need to be getting in the ass when they get to the sidelines. So that's what you need to do. Just because they're not defensive, they're never going to be a good player if you don't really rip into those guys and make them put some more maximum effort. You got to put some effort out there, bro.
Yeah,
I mean, some of the effort level is just like it's just piss poor. Look at this: 19 points by Towns. The other starters only got 3 points in the whole game.
correct.
And then the bench ain't really doing nothing. The bench got 11 points off the bench for Mitchell Robinson and some putbacks and stuff like that. All right, Cameron Payne with the ball. And look at Wesley playing. Look at how he playing with all that energy. Wesley around there. Wesley. I mean, Payne shot is up, no good. Tipped back in by Precious Achua. And it's 44-33. Spurs with the ball. Harrison Barnes over to Castle. Castle back to Barnes. Barnes over to Wesley. Castle in the lane, throws it back out to Wesley at the top of the key. Wesley looking, finds Michigan. He fakes a shot, 3-point shot is up and good. Yep, they knocking theirs down. 47-33. All right, Knicks with the ball. Hart over to Towns, over to Cameron Payne, wide open. That's what we've been talking about. No good. 47-33. Over to Castle. Castle around the screen, down to Sokin, and he loses it, and he gets it back. Man, over to Mishkavelli. Mishkavelli in the lane, tries to find Sokin is out of bounds, but it'll be Spurs ball. Yeah, like I said, the main thing in games, like I said, in today's game, like I said, with the way the defense being played, like you just got to make shots. And that's all it is. All right, Spurs will inbound. 6:13 left to go in the second quarter. Spurs up by 14. Over to Mushkavelli, another 3-point shot, and he got it. This dude's making shots. I don't know why dudes is not on. This dude is making shots. This dude came in off the bench, and this is what's stretching the lead out. This is what I keep talking about. 11 points off the bench, and the Spurs are up 17 points right now. Their bench is helping their starters. Over the town, and the ball is stolen by Wesley. And he lays it up, no good, but put back in by who else? 52-33. This is ridiculous, bro. No effort level. This guy's beating people back down court for putback dunks. This is why we talking about energy level. Guys are playing with energy and stuff like that, and these guys are playing with a high motor. These are high motor players. Towns with the ball. In the low post, shot is up, no good, rebounded by Harrison Barnes over to Wesley, down to Stephon Castle, who lays it up and in. 21-point Spurs lead. Timeout on the floor. Knicks, man. Knicks are getting embarrassed. Spurs on a 19-2 run. 19-2 run. So, like I said, you seen it firsthand. This ain't something that and Towns' hands is hurting, but this is what I keep talking about. Other teams come out with more energy, more into the bench. It doesn't matter who comes in the game. These guys are playing with much energy off the bench, producing. And Towns might have to go to the locker room. And that's not a good sign for the Knicks because the Knicks have not been scoring at all. Nobody's been picking up the pace. Nobody's been scoring.
Well, obviously their team is playing a little better defense because you see how aggressive they're attacking those non-dribblers. How soon as Deuce got in the game, Wesley was all over top of Deuce to get that turnover. It's coming down to how they're preparing. Josh Hart is not ready to shoot the ball again. It's like you got to be in the game to be in the game. So I mean, I can't even see these guys ready to play because if you're gonna get blown out, like you're getting blown out now. It's a 19-point
You're
lead.
getting blown out because of, like I said, other team playing with more energy. Like I said, guys off the bench is making shots. They're making shots. We're not making shots. Like I
Well,
said,
who else is making shots other than Towns?
that's
Let's be
that's
real.
that, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You got to blame the players. They got to produce. That's why they out there on the floor. Everybody got to produce. It doesn't matter. OG shooting, he's missing wide open 3-point shots. Cameron
Correct.
Payne's missing wide open 3-point shots.
Correct.
Shaman is missing shots. These guys got to make shots, bro. There is nothing else to it. I mean, I can't shoot for them. The coach can't shoot for them. They got to make shots. That's all it is. It ain't nothing that the Spurs defense is doing so much on the perimeter to these guys, like making these guys miss shots. And that's why I keep saying, you watch other team play. It doesn't matter who's out there, what other team play. These guys, other team players are just ready to play and want to play. Knicks players sometimes don't even look like they want to play, or they just like going through the motions. And like I said, the bench don't have no pressure on them. The pressure's on the starters. You're supposed to come in and play loose and be all of a sudden. You can't be coming and playing like you got something going on or blah, 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 or this is like there's no pressure on you. The pressure's on the starters. And that's why these other teams, you look at these other teams, they coming in and helping their starters. They producing points. Doesn't matter. It don't matter. That's what I'm saying. It don't matter. You got to produce. You can't win games if you're only scoring like 10, 12 points off the bench or something like that. But then if the starters ain't really scoring, I mean, the starters been scoring for the Knicks, but this game, they're not scoring at all other than Towns.
Yeah, they're getting down early. It's one of these games they gotta get through the first half to get to the second half. Hopefully he rips them in a halftime and they can bring some kind of awareness to what it is what's going on around them.
This is what I keep talking about. When they playing against teams, this is what I keep talking about. When you're playing against teams that you're supposed to be beating, you can't keep going down to these teams because you're going to use more energy to make a comeback. That's what I'm saying. You're supposed to play with energy from the very beginning. You should come ready to play this. You're a professional. This is what you do. This is you get paid for this. You're not getting paid chump change. You're getting paid good money. You know what I'm saying? To come out looking flat. I mean, you had a day of rest off. It ain't like you playing on the back-to-back. You playing tomorrow night in Charlotte. Deuce McBride, 3-point shot, no good. We ain't making shots. Over to Sokin with the rebound. Over to Wesley. Wesley in the paint. Shot is up, no good, but he's going to the free throw line. And this is what they're doing. They got a lead, so they playing loosey-goosey, and everybody playing with a lot of confidence. Doesn't matter. It's like this. You see, they ain't hesitating to put up shots. They got a man on them. He on his hip. They're gonna try to make that man foul him, and that's what they're doing, making the person foul him.
No, they shouldn't be taking 1 foot step fadeaways and all of that.
That's part of the problem. You taking fadeaway jump shots, and Wesley's first free throw is up and it's good. And his second free throw's up and is also good. Spurs on like a 20. They on a 21 to like 1 run. Knicks have not 21 to 2 run. It's like, yo, these guys are not scoring, man. And I mean, they getting beat by you getting beat by the bench. Really, you're getting beat by the bench. This is not like the start of this. This is Mikal Bridges with the ball, guarded by Castle. Bridges around a Mitchell Robinson screen over to Deuce McBride to OG Anunoby. Over to Mikal Bridges and falling down, and OG Anunoby with the ball over to Robinson. I know that shot is like 5 seconds to Josh Hart. His 3-point shot is up, no good. That's sometimes when he's wide open, he don't want to shoot, but now when somebody's on him, is like, and so can blocked by Mitchell Robinson. Thank you. But like I said, another guy you never really heard his name from and stuff like that. And see, look how these guys play. Now they come to the Knicks and they come on the bench and then what's name don't even hardly play them. And you can see how they play on other teams. All right, Spurs with the ball. Castle out to wide open Sokin. His shot is up, no good. Rebounded by OG Anunoby. And this dude Mushkavelli is like, that dude is slow as I don't know what. It's like, and he's just like, this guy's beating people up and down the court. OG wide open 3-point shot, no good. Rebounded by the Spurs, Castle, and here comes the Spurs up by 23. Castle, slow hesitation in the lane, shot up and good.
You can't tell me he's a dead. See, and that's our best defender, really? That's how you play defense?
Yeah, 58-33 over to Bridges. Bridges throws down to Mitchell Robinson for the alley-oop. Like I said, man, it's just like Mitch and Towns, like these other guys. I don't know. Like I said, it's like, how can you just be on there? You getting whipped by bench players. It ain't like the starters beating you, it's bench players. This is a team that's down to 2 starters. And these guys are
Hustle.
coming off the bench. It's just hustling, out hustling. And like I said, it's just energy, motor, everything. And guess what? They ain't letting off the gas. They ain't gonna let off the gas. They're gonna keep on playing like the way they're supposed to been playing. That, you know what I'm saying? You got to match energy level with energy level. That's why I keep saying at the start of these games, you can't keep trailing. And this is a bad team. If you trail against a good team, you're getting blown out. OKC, you're getting blown out by 40 points. You can't keep coming out like this. Don't matter. You got 2-3 days rest off. It don't matter. Now you're playing Charlotte tomorrow on a back-to-back. So what? I mean, you come out like this on a rest and you're going to play Charlotte tomorrow, they're going to be up for you too. And like I said, these 5 games are supposed to get games that the Knicks was winnable games. They beat the Heat. This was a Spurs game, a game they could have won, should have won. They played the Hornets next. Then they played the Mavericks, who were decimated. They played the Wizards. These are games. These are no excuses for you to come out looking like this at all. Nobody. Players should come out looking. Players should come out ready to play. You guys coming out looking like you're not even ready to play. Like you don't even want to play. It's like, how do you do that? The game just started. And like I said, it ain't nothing special that these teams are doing against the Knicks. It ain't nothing special. And it ain't nothing special on defense that these teams are doing. It's just the Knicks just not making shots and not, pushing the issue and picking up the pace and playing with some more energy and some motor. All right, Spurs inbounds up 58-35. Barnes over to Paul. 3:30 left to go in the second quarter. 23-point Spurs lead. I thought it would be the other way around. Knicks up 23, but the Spurs up. Harrison Barnes mismatch over to Sokan. Wide open 3-point shot. No good. Rebounded by OG Anunoby over to Mikal Bridges. And look at him. He's another, like I said. And like I said, fall away jump shot is up. No good. But he's starting to break, and he's looking to see which way he passes. Like that other dude, Wesley, would take that ball and just keep taking it down there and just take it all the way to the basket, knowing what you're going to do with the ball. These guys get the ball and don't know what to do with the ball. Soaking around, and Mitchell Robinson good tap out, because if Mitchell didn't tap that out, that dude's going to go down there and dunk the ball. Mm-hmm. It's just like I said, it's just level. It's just like I said, you could just see in the energy level of guys, man. It's just like I said, it's not even a fourth quarter. This is the second quarter. It's like the first quarter. It's like you playing with low energy. All right, Spurs inbounds. Paul over to Sokan, guarded by Bridges.
Gotta be kidding.
Bridges, so blocked by OG Anunoby. Here comes Deuce McBride with the ball. Deuce in the lane, and thought he got fouled, but no call. Here comes the Spurs. Paul out to Vasil for a 3-point shot. Good. 61-35, 26-point Spurs lead. Knicks with the ball. Knicks in this quarter, 2 of 17.
Come on, fellas.
Towns over to Anunoby out to Josh Hart, over to Mikal Bridges. Bridges over to Towns, and call a foul. But like I said, you see the thing that teams are doing, and this is what I keep telling my teams, are like trying to like take Towns away. The other Knicks got to make them pay. You got to score the ball, bro. If you can score the ball, then they can't really do that to Towns and make him do it. It's like, you got to score the ball. You got to make shots. Like I said, that's all it is, man, is making shots. And I don't see the aggression on these guys or the confidence in them to make the shots like that. You watch other teams, and these guys are coming in with aggression and everybody confident. Look at that. All ahead to Sokan, all ahead. Nobody there. Another easy basket. 63-35. That's BS.
Well, that's why you don't have. That's why you don't have Towns shooting a 3 at the top of the key when he can't run back.
Mm-hmm. And shooting a 3, and look at this, 34-15 in this quarter. Spurs outscored Knicks 34-15 in this quarter. Knicks with the ball. OG over to Towns, almost get it stolen. Over to OG Anunoby for the dunk. First basket in like I don't know how long, man. It's like 63-37. Like I said, it don't matter what team the Knicks play. Like I said, you could play a sorry team, you could play OKC, you could play Cleveland, and this is how they begin. This is how they get blown out, because of the energy level that they bring in the game. They bring no energy level in the game at all. in the offseason, the Knicks got to find they got to find some guys for high motors. I mean, don't just get a guy for a name. Find guys with high motors. You need that. You got too many low motor. You got too many Kevin Knoxes on your team. Too many Kevin Knox type players on your team. You got to give guys with a motor. And Towns look like that hand is hurting like even more. All right, Knicks inbounds OG to Towns. Towns in the lane. Shot is up. No good. Rebounded by Vasil. Vasil over to Chris Paul. 26-point Spurs lead. Paul around a soaking screen. Paul down the lane. Stolen by OG and over. Here comes the Knicks to Josh Hart. Hart to Deuce McBride. Open 3-point shot up and good. 63-40. But the only thing Knicks are doing is trading baskets for baskets, and that's not going to cut a lead, man. That's not going to – your defense, you got to play much better defense, bro. And like I said, you look at who you're playing against. This is why we talking about. I was like, you're really playing a team that's like injury prone. Like your defense is showing the guys are not really playing defense. They're not really – look at OG on that play. He's not really even hustling on that defense. This is just BS, bro. 65-40. It just shows you. Like I said, that's what I say. Like you could watch. This is only the second quarter. This ain't the fourth quarter. You're almost looking like you gas. You ain't gas. It's like this is the second quarter. Josh Hart, he throws it. He just hit the glass. He didn't even hit the backboard.
His brick. Just call it what it is.
65-40. Vasil with the ball. Spurs a hole. They got 19 seconds. All right. Vasil with the ball. Vasil in the lane. 2 soaking. Shot is up and good. Yeah, because Bridges just looked at it. He didn't play no effort. That's why I keep talking about. This is part of the reasons why, and this has been going on all season. Out to Bridges for a 3-point shot up and good. 67-43. But this is a microcosm of what's going on all season. When I keep talking about with Bridges and Anunoby, they haven't played defense like the way they're supposed to have been playing defense. And it's shown in this game that they've been playing defense all season long. They might get some little flashes here and there, but this is how they've been playing. And that's part of the reason why the Knicks are struggling on defense. Their main guys are not playing defense the way they're supposed to.
No, that
Josh Hart
goes
is not
to
playing defense Josh Hart has more energy, but Josh Hart, Mikal Bridges, and OJ and the starting line should be defensive players right there that should be bringing it on each and every play. They don't bring it on each and every play. And then, like I said, I don't have to tell you. You can watch the game for yourself, and it's a microcosm of what's been going on all season long with the defense. Effort level.
Right. It just goes to show you, Mikal had no intentions to go in for that rebound because he's waiting for Towns or Hart to jump in for the rebound so he could be outletted the ball because he just let a guy come freely in there and get a free layup.
Tyrone says, love Josh, but his offense ain't shit. His offense ain't
trash. That's why he should be coming off the bench. He's not a starter.
That's what I keep saying.
He's a bench dude
he's a bench player
with energy.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. And that's why in the offseason, that's why we got to tweak the lineup to get some guys in here who can be a starter and move some guys to the bench. But like I said, got to get some high motor guys. But about to give you the halftime stats, man, after a word from the Man Cave podcast.
Who's got the rocket launcher? I say we blow it up. Now fire that thing.
For the city of sports, playing with a giant Nick. With my man S. God.
That's him.
You feel the vibe?
That's me.
We going live.
That's us.
That like button shared, you been subscribed.
Stadium.
That MetLife, Big Blue, home of the Braves.
Yeah.
That turnpike, you can see that's where the game's played. NFL one day, then it's the NBA. Madison Square Garden, that's where the Knicks play. This that NY Logan, North don't get broken. Legalized mean this shit smoking. I'm on topic, dropping another episode. The game winner, trade, maybe a field goal. Everybody right now doing the wave. You tune in, the show called The Man Cave. I see the chat, they always doing their thing. Big views, 85-inch screen. The game's on, you rushing, please. Stay calm, you on the road and chill. Do the watch along, the show's on. The host, you know it's S-God. It's no telling the panel filled with guest stars. You're now rocking with the voice, you know who it is. It's your boy J Boogie. You're now rocking with my man S-God. I support him to the fullest, you heard? My man Mike Blaze. This is Alter Production. What that mean? We about to alter everything that's playing. Tune in. My man S.God. Support the show. Subscribe, share it. Most importantly, hit that like button.
we are back. Halftime, once again, halftime score Spurs 67, Knicks 43 at the half. For the Knicks, halftime stats. Mikal Bridges has 5 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. OG Anunoby has 3 points, 4 rebounds. Karl Anthony Towns with 19 points and 2 rebounds. Deuce McBride with 3 points, 2 rebounds. Josh Hart has not scored yet in this game, has 4 assists and 5 rebounds. Off the bench, Precious Achiuwa with 4 points and 2 rebounds. Mitchell Robinson with 6 points and 5 rebounds. Cameron Payne with 3 points. Off the bench, overall shooting for the Knicks, 16 of 51 for 31%. 3-point shooting, 4 of 21 for 19%. Knicks 7 of 9 at the free throw line for 78%. Rebounds, Knicks have 25 rebounds, 11 assists, 2 steals to go with 4 turnovers in the game. So like I said, Towns is the high man in the game right now. For the Spurs, Jeremy Sochan with 6 points, 2 rebounds. Harrison Barnes with 11 points, 4 rebounds. Chris Paul has 10 points and 4 assists. Devin Vassell with 5 points. Stephon Castle, the rookie, with 12 points, 3 rebounds. Off the bench, Sandro Mamkavelishi, that's the high man, with 13 points off the bench, 7 rebounds, 1 assist. Bismack Biyombo with 4 points and 4 rebounds. Blake Wesley with 6 points, 3 assists, and 1 rebound. Overall shooting for the Spurs, 27 of 53 for 51%. 3-point shooting, 8 of 21 for 38%. Free throws, 5 of 8 for 63%. So not a lot of free throws for both teams, even though both teams look like they've been getting hacked. But overall rebound, 28 rebounds for the Spurs. No, 35 rebounds for the Spurs with 13 assists, 2 steals. So the Spurs out-rebounded the Knicks 35-25. That's a big difference. That's a big gap, and that's part of the reason. 35-25, and like I said, off the bench, Mamkavili will have 13 points. Also, Bismack Biyombo with 4 points and 4 rebounds off the bench. For the Knicks, like I said, Bridges and Anunoby with 5 points and 3 rebounds, and they have three rebounds. They got 7 rebounds between both of them, but Knicks are down by 24 points at the half. I'm going to look at some other out-of-town scores around the NBA. Other scores right now, 5:22 left to go in the fourth quarter. Dallas up 112-106 over the Pacers in Indianapolis. Also, 3:29 left to go in the fourth quarter. Rockets up 107-96 over the Orlando Magics. Also, third quarter, 6:18 left to go in the third quarter. Miami up 75-72 over Detroit. Halftime, Pelicans 62, Timberwolves 61. Also, halftime, OKC up 70-56 over the 76ers. And game just getting started. Washington and Utah just getting started. 10 o'clock games, Denver at LA Lakers, Bulls at Phoenix Suns, Memphis at Portland, and Cleveland at Sacramento will be the 10 o'clock games. All right. Like I said, once again, man, 24-point deficit that the Knicks face against a team that, like I said, a winnable game that the Knicks came in and they just wet the bed. Like I said, there's no excuses for that. There is no excuses for that, man. To come into a game like this, you had a day's rest or whatever. You just beat the Heat, flown into San Antonio against a team that's limping, they're wounded, and they coming in, they beating you up. You know what I'm saying? Even though, yeah, you Wemby's out, De'Aaron Fox out, but you got Jalen Brunson out, but so what? You got these other guys in there. Like I said, a lot of these things is because of energy level. The Knicks play with too many low energy in the beginning of games. They come out slow. You can't come out slow. You got to pick up the tempo. You got to pick up the pace. Everybody got to give a maximum effort out there. And what I'll be seeing like all season long is not maximum effort. It's not maximum effort. And like I said, and that's a reflection on the coach. If guys are not giving effort, you need to sit them on the bench. You know what I'm saying? But he's not holding these guys accountable, and that's part of the problem. You know what I'm saying? You need to hold guys accountable. Guys not giving full effort, sit them on the bench them. I don't care. That's what you got to do. That's what good coaches do. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what the players get mad. They can get mad all they want. You're not playing like the way you're supposed to be playing. You know what I'm saying? You got to give effort level out there. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can't just come in here and just think you're at the playground or something like that, or you show up or play when you want to play. But terrible first half for the Knicks. Like I said, the score should be the opposite. It should be the Knicks up by 24 in this game. Like I said, you got a lot more to play for than the Spurs. You know what I'm saying? You're sitting out here, it's like, even like I'm saying, I'm looking at the highlights of the game, OKC and Sixers. I mean, what's ain't even playing in the game, and they still won it 70-56. Shea Gilgeous is out for the game, and also Jalen Williams is hurt. He ain't even playing. So them other guys are really stepping up. That's what I'm saying. We don't have guys. The guys got to step up on his team, man. Don't matter starters, bench players, but you got to play. Look at this other dude. This dude, Blake, for the Celtics. What I forgot his name or whatever, but he's off the bench and he comes in and he's scoring points. He's like, people are just in there scoring points. It's like, because like I said, all it is just shooting the ball, baskets and stuff like that. It's not hard. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, just make the baskets. It's not like you're being guarded by Bruce Bowen out there like every possession. It's not like that. That's what I'm saying. It's easier to score in today's NBA, man. Like I said, you take a player from the past, like I said, the scores from the past, they could be averaging like 50 points a game in today's NBA. And people will say like, "Oh, it's a faster pace," but it's like it's not more skilled. That's the thing. And these guys are. There's a lot of guys, like I said, there's a lot of people in the NBA today like can't shoot jump shots, can't shoot it. Back in the day, you had to know how to do all those things. They're not just gonna have you on the court just if you're not doing it. So those are things that you're working on. And this was before the G League. I mean, that's why you see guys don't be playing the bench on the bench because they got to work on their game. Nowadays, you got the G League to go work on your games, and some of these guys are still, they're not even working on their games. They just keeping them up with the team. And like I said, they're not getting that much better. Then when they go to another team, they look better because they're doing better. There's better development. Some of it is development too, man, and some of it is like what you hold the players accountable. You know what I'm saying? You know, you got players on the team that hold everybody else accountable. It's like, hey, bro, if you ain't playing good, it's like we're gonna put somebody else in there and stuff like that. But if you're on a team where they really don't care, they just ain't gonna say nothing to you. They just gonna keep playing. Like, okay. Like I said, I can't be on the team when I see a guy out there hot dogging it or not giving forth maximum effort. I know when a guy ain't giving no effort. You can look at it. Like just like on that play with Mikal Bridges, on that play, like we looked at it. I mean, we look at it on TV. If I'm on a court, I mean, I'm mad at him. I'm like, bro, you could have got in there and made that shot more difficult for that guy. You know what I'm saying? You could have laid a hand out. You could have did something, but you just watched him get it and get back and for a dunk. But I want to thank everybody, man, for tapping in from YouTube, Twitter, man, and all social media platforms to the Man Cave Podcast. If this is your first time to my channel, man, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Also share it on all social media platforms, as well as go subscribe to the Aboriginal Sports Network, man, our one centralized location for all of our content. And make sure you go subscribe to all the great content creators, man. And also right now on the channel, Mega Mets Podcast, 100th episode, man. Make sure you go over there, support, man, and hit that like and subscribe button, man. But D, how you feel about the Knicks so far in this game, this winnable game that they could have been winning?
These dudes is playing like they're walking wounded. I would have thought half of the team had injuries, and they just trying to run up and down the court, trying to just play on injuries. It's atrocious to see a team that you know has more potential than they're displaying on the court. I would think that I don't care who they bring in. It should be you just go out there, you play your game, and put forth your best effort, and let the chips fall where they may. But to me, they're just out there just running around in circles. I mean, if that's the case, then Tibbs needs to go to his bench and bring some of those guys, and maybe you'll get more energy from those bench guys. Do the same thing that San Antonio's doing, something, because this is not it. I just look at it. Mitchell came in and gave us quality minutes. I mean, Precious came in a little bit, came in and did a little something. It's just like, yo, we got to settle down. I think the Knicks is going to come in this half and try to make a run. I just hope they stay with a fight. I mean, this showing me no effort, no fight, no nothing. It's like you're laying down and getting punked to San Antonio right now. This is stupid.
Yo, this is crazy because the Knicks came in this game as an 8.5 point favorite in this game, and now they are underdog, a 12.5 point underdog now because they down 20 some points.
Unbelievable.
All because of effort level. It's just effort level, bro. That's all it is. I mean, it's not these dudes are more talented. It's just they put forth more of an effort.
That's it. I can't say. Listen, Harrison Barnes. I mean, I've watched some of the San Antonio, but I mean, some of the shots he was putting up is like, but God forbid if the Knicks ever see that one player comes in and he has the hot hand. Like, do we really want that dude to have a wide open 3-point shot if he's hit already 3 in a row? It's like, come on, dude. Like, wake up a little bit. Like, you see the guy running out to the line. He's not fast enough to get around you. So once you get up out there, he's either going to dribble to pass it off. So you're just helping to prevent what he's doing his best at doing is hitting open shots.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I said. Like effort, they gotta step up just a little bit more. And hopefully Towns can get that finger taped up and get back out there and do what he needs to do. But
Yeah, he's
Josh
gonna.
Hart, please find a shot, dude. Find something.
Like I said, these dudes had all season to work on their shots, man. That's what I be saying. The guys in the all season, like you got to work on your shots, bro. I mean, like I said, you got the best of everything. You got the money. You got more money than you ever. You got trainers. You got people that can help you. You got to go out there and pay these people, man, and help them with your shot, bro. I mean, if you're gonna be open, they're gonna leave you open. You know what I'm saying? You
Hmm.
got to go in there. You got to go in there and do some work, bro. That's what I'm saying. I mean, like I said, your whole thing is like we want them to leave you open so that way you can. I mean, you have to work for your shots. You could just get easy shots and just go right then and there. You know what I'm saying?
And take regular shots. I don't know what's this fadeaway jump shots. Like I don't even understand all of that. Just take regular shots. You're wide open. Don't make the shot more extra than it needs to be. If you can't shoot, fading away is not going to help your shot.
Right. Yep. That's what I was saying, man. It's like, hey, they fall too much in love with those fadeaway shots. I don't know what is this phenomenon. I don't know what is this phenomenon with that, bro. And it's almost like it rubs off. All right, about to start. The third quarter is about to start, but it just rubs off on other players. D-Dan, what's good, bro? Thanks for tapping in. D-Dan Shelton. I think D-Dan's the one that lives in Alpharetta. Yeah. All right, let's see if the Knicks could come back in the second half. All right, Knicks with the ball. Bridges with the ball, guarded by Castle. Over to Deuce McBride. Deuce got to score too, man. Oh, Deuce. Step back, 3-point shot, contested air ball. Chris Paul the rebound over to Vasil. Yeah, man. Vasil over to Paul. Paul over to Stephon Castle. Castle, look at the Knicks playing back on defense. Like I said, bro, if you like
On their heels.
look, you could just take a shot because nobody want to play defense. Stephon Castle, wide open 3-point shot, he makes it 70-43. This is unbelievable, bro. Like I said, we looking at team we playing. This is why we can't beat like the Celtics and the Cavs because, like I said, our energy level is way too low. And them teams, like I said, they'll jump on you and they won't stop beating up on you. And that's what the team's like. And even you got these bad teams doing the same thing because they're playing with determination and hustle. That's all it is. Hustle and determination will win you a lot more games. Scrappy teams win more games. Castle with the offensive foul. OG Anunoby. Oh, he got elbowed or hit in the mouth. Let me see.
Yep.
Let me see that elbow. Oh yeah, when he picked his arm. But in a way, sometimes, man, it's just like a basketball move. Guys going up for a shot, you just get right into their space. All right, so Knicks with the ball, down 25. Bridges over to Towns. Towns looking fine. Bridges in the corner. Bridges out in the corner to Deuce McBride with a 3-point shot from the corner, and it's good, 70-48. All right, Spurs with the ball. Paul with the ball. Over to Vasil, guarded by Hart at the top of the key. Vasil. Wait on the Sokan screen. Around the Sokan screen, Vasil over to Sokan. His jump shot from the free throw line is no good. His shot form is bad. All right, Hart with the ball. He's like the Josh Hart. Hart with the ball over to Deuce McBride, and it is deflected, but Deuce gets it back, guarded by Chris Paul. Deuce in the lane, and he loses the ball off his Spurs ball. Chris Paul inbounds to Stephon Castle. Castle all the way down. Shot is up and in. I don't know how he got that
By
shot.
two of our defenders, dude.
Yeah.
Two of our defenders. The best defensive defenders.
And he got that slow hezzy that he does. He just stops and
Who the
yeah.
fuck cares? Excuse me, but who cares? They was right there.
No, I know
He was
that's
in
what
the play.
I know what's name should have got that ball though. What's the name? OG Anunoby should have got that block from behind.
And Mikel should be playing him from the rip. Why is he playing Chris Paul?
But you see what I'm talking about on that play. You see how Stephon Castle pushed the issue and got in there, right? He carried around 2 or 3. He didn't care how many people was down there. That's what I'm saying. It's like you got to just push it, man. Towns in the lane. His shot in the lane is no good. Rebounded by Vasil, and here comes the Spurs up by 24. Turnover, and it'll be Knicks ball. Yeah. All right, Knicks with the ball. Mikal Bridges, he pushes the issue and he gets a layup and a foul. That's what you got to do.
Exactly what we got to do. Exactly.
Everybody got to keep doing that. I don't know why, but I would say every time they get the ball, they want to slow it down and bring it and walk it up. And that's why I keep talking about. You got to pick up the tempo, bro. You got the energy level got to come up. Like I said, in the all season, like I said, they got to get some guys. Bridges and what's name could go to the bench. He's like, hey, guys shouldn't be earning starting spots, man. Put them on the bench. It's like, hey. This is what you got to do. You want to earn a starting spot, you got to earn that stuff, man. It's not going to be given to you because, we didn't have enough players this time. But now it's like, hey, get somebody in there that's going some high motor that's going to make them pay. Bring them off the bench. All right, 72-51. Bring him in hard off the bench. All right, over to Vasil. Vasil at the top of the key. Over to Chris Paul, to Sokran, down to Stephon Castle. Throws it out to Harrison Barnes for a 3-point shot. No good. Rebounded by the Spurs. And stolen by OG Anunoby, and he is fouled by Chris Paul. Good defense by OG on that play. And even OG, like I said, even he looking like it. So it's like just the start of the third quarter. Deuce with the ball, and he is fouled by Vasil. Devin Vasil.
Well, Deuce has got to abuse Chris Paul. His footwork is not fast enough to stay out with you.
That's what we keep saying. It's like these guys are not taking advantage of his mismatches and not, making these guys pay. All right, Knicks will inbound down 21, 9:07 left to go, early third quarter, over to Josh Hart. Hart with the ball. Hart looking, finds Towns. Shot is up, good, no foul. 72-53. That's how you got to score. You got to score. You got to make his shot is extra tough. Everybody else's shot is like easy. But throws the ball to Stephon Castle, lays it up, no good. Rebounded by Josh Hart, and here comes the Knicks. Hart with the ball. Hart in the lane. Shot is up, good, and no foul. Unbelievable. 72-55.
Oh, my goodness. He didn't want to shoot the ball at all, but I'm glad he threw it at the basket.
I couldn't even be in the league because I might end up mushing a referee. I might be so pissed off. I might have to mush them dudes in the face, man. I'm just like, yo, this is crazy, bro. He got pushed by Harrison Barnes. He got pushed by Harrison Barnes on that shot.
Yeah, but what is the likely explanation they could give you for not calling a foul like that?
They can, but that's what I'm saying. But that goes to say, even with Adam Silver, the NBA commissioner, he does nothing to these guys. So, like I said, all these sports, like these professional sports, they do nothing to these guys. College is the only one that make these referees pay for that. They suspend referees, they suspend a crew if they miss calls or doing something bad. They suspend them and stuff without pay and stuff like that. And they're the only ones that get reprimanded as college referees. The NBA referees don't get reprimanded at all. The only thing they tell you is, "Oh, we grade them," and they don't get no. They don't do like the NBA playoff game. Who the fuck cares? They do NBA playoff games. Yeah, that's money. That's for more overtime money, but that's on them. You know what I'm saying? But people don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear that they ain't gonna do the playoffs. That's ways away. I want to see what you're gonna do to them in the game. The next game, they should be suspended.
Well, they should hold them accountable because you got a whole team. If you're a good bettor or you bet the odds, like you're helping the odds of whatever the spread is. Because you could see it throughout the game. It's one of those things. Like if to me the Knicks should have been to the line at least 10 times more than where they at now. Like it's retarded
Mm-hmm.
where that there's no calls being made on some of these plays. As I said, that would help the difference in what a game is. I'm not looking for the Knicks to be bailed out just for fouls, but the fouls are legitimate at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they need to come up with finding these dudes or something, because there should be some kind of accountability with this, and these needs to be the same refs in the playoffs probably.
Yeah, that's what I be talking about, man. It's like, hey, they don't want to do it, and they could do it, and people be like, "Well, if you do it," and it's like, I was like, trust me, they got hundreds of thousands of referees waiting to come up. Trust me, they got people waiting to come up, and because they got some in the college ranks, they got some in other sports. People will be waiting to come up to be to professional sports, and people say, "Well, if you do that, then it's like the referees." And I was like, bro, stop it. I don't care. The referee get mad about it. They could get mad. They could quit. They won't do it. They ain't gonna quit. Like I said, they got people waiting for their jobs. They already know that. They got a lot of people waiting for their jobs. They coming out of other leagues and stuff like that. It's like you start doing that, start reprimanding these guys more. All right, Knicks on a 12-2 run in the last 227. But like I said, here we go again. We're down again. We got to try to make a comeback. But we using all this energy for a comeback that shouldn't have even been in the first place. All you had to do is make shots. All right, Spurs with the ball. Chris Paul guarded by Bridges. Over to Vassell, and it's stolen by OG and Anunoby. OG in the lane. Shot is no good. Put it back up by Mikal Bridges. Can't believe OG didn't even get no foul.
Dude, somebody's
Bro,
getting paid, dude. There's no way you can tell me.
this
There's
is
something that's
ridiculous.
not right here.
You could tell, and I don't know. People talking about like, oh, you just biased because that's your team. It's not being biased. It's like you can see it for real, bro. You can see
Listen,
Chris Paul is like he's bottled
there's
up. Man.
no way. There's no way anybody could call us bias on this.
Oh
There's
my
no way.
God, Hart! Why would you even foul a dude on a 3-point shot?
But you call that though? You don't call an OG foul, but you call that? Come on.
Yeah, man. That's what I'm saying. They be looking for fouls or call, but like I said, man, it's just like anything they looking at, just call it, man. It's like bailing that dude out on a shot like that, man. They didn't even know what it's like. Sometimes you got to use your head, bro. It's just like you got to know where you're at in the game. It's like, yo, a shot like that, but they call it on the floor anyway. But it's Spurs ball, so Spurs inbounds to soak in. Now the Knicks want to look like they want to play some defense. Now you should have been playing like this early in the game. This is what I be talking about. That dude look like he running. It's like a foul on which goal. He ran Josh Hart over. I know Hart is pissed off again.
But I'm trying to see why was it an offensive foul?
But let me see with Josh Hart. But why time? But he said West ain't show. He should challenge it. Tibbs should challenge the play. I mean, but if you just gonna say look with a mad face and don't challenge it, then I'm saying that's the thing with Tibbs that I don't like with him. You can sit up there and say all that stuff is like call a timeout to challenge it. You don't have to wait for the fourth quarter. He's just a stupid coach sometimes, man. Like I said, I just don't. He just irks me and rub me the wrong way. Every game I watch, everybody else calls plays like in the first quarter, second quarter, no matter what time of the game it is, and call it to save their player a foul or something. He just lets his players get fouls because he don't want to call it. He want to wait till the fourth quarter. I can't wait till this dude is out of here as a coach, bro. I just can't stand this dude as a coach, man. And I don't know if people like it because the Knicks are doing good, and also I don't like him as a coach. He's limiting the team. Towns with a 3-point shot, good, and Knicks are down 13, 73-60. Knicks, Vassell with the ball. They still playing back. You need to get up on the dude. Vassell in the lane, and he's fouled. Oh my God, he gets tripped. It's just. Those are the fouls that you call tripping fouls on something. Knicks, and you need to just go in the lane and just fall down in the lane. Just fall down in the lane and just get fouls called. They'll call more of that than you getting butchered. All right, Spurs inbounds up 13. Paul over to Sokin. Over to Castle. Castle with the ball. Over to Harrison Barnes. Shot is up, no good. Rebounded by OG and Anunoby. Here comes the Knicks. OG over to Josh Hart. Hart with the ball, looking, finds Bridges guarded by Chris Paul. And look with Vassell. That should be a defensive 3 second.
Yes, it was illegal defense.
OG in the lane. Shot is up, good. Knicks down 11 now, 73-62. 6:59 left to go in the third quarter. Knicks on a 19-3 run. But like I said, all this is, like I said, this is all wasted effort because, like I said, you didn't even have to be at this point.
Wow.
All right. Sokan with the ball. Guarded by Towns. Over to Castle. Castle. Shot in the lane. No good. Rebounded by Mikal Bridges.
Well,
over to Josh Hart. Hart with the ball. Over to OG Anunoby in the corner for his 3-point shot is good. And it's an 8-point Knicks deficit. Timeout on the floor, San Antonio. Knicks have made a comeback, down only 8 points now. But like I said, what I keep saying, they play with low energy, and then they wasting their effort level just trying to make a comeback, which is dumb. You wasted something that you didn't even have to do in the first place.
It's like they got to make it interesting, and
I don't
that's
care
the
about making
sad
it
part
because
about it.
it's stupid. Because you're stupid. Because your team is already injury prone and stuff like that, and you making it harder on yourself. You're exerting more energy than you have to have if this game was close from the beginning.
Yeah, let's say we could say a lot of things about these dudes. It's just like
it ain't over. Yeah, it ain't over.
Yeah,
But
so that's what
like Dewani said, man, this is the cardiac Knicks. The cardiac Knicks, they're always gonna keep it, like, you know what I'm saying, interesting.
Which is sad because you would hope they came in with the same fight to blow this team out to get rest because you're playing a back-to-back game.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? This is the issue here. You're exerting so much energy to be in this game like this, just to come back in this game, rather, just to play a back-to-back game. You can't do it. You can't. You shouldn't always fight an uphill battle and think you're gonna have. You're not gonna be injury prone, or you're not gonna have some nicks and it's just retarded. But at this point, if they start going to the bench got to come in and just maintain its lead and have the same enthusiasm.
She got to
Come
produce.
on, they didn't go to their bench. They didn't go back to those same bench players that came in was turning this stuff around.
Yeah, they about to go back to them. I want to see when what's his name Mushkavelli come in and all that stuff see how that dude is. Because like I said, you know who he reminds me of? He reminds me of the dude that used to play for the Spurs, David Bertans.
Oh yeah.
Bertans. He could shoot that 3-point shot and all that.
That's
type
all
of stuff.
he was good for. Yeah.
But this other dude, like I said, this dude was shooting a shot and he gets down to the basket. He do putbacks, and also this dude is like. But see, this is what I'm saying. Like, you see players like this, then when they come to the Knicks, you be like, this dude's a bone. He ain't really doing nothing. It's like he's not playing. But on these other teams, like I said, he's like, yo, where's this dude? Where'd he come from? You know what I'm saying? Look at Wesley. Look at Wesley. Wesley, the same thing too. Like, look at this dude, and you, like I said, and he comes on the Knicks, and some kids don't even play him. He keeps him on the bench. You don't even play him. He just keep on the bench. It's like you don't trust him yet, and all this type of shit. It's like, bro, come on with this, man.
See, right now, Tibbs is playing the starters a lot. In this second half, he's playing them a lot more than he would play them. By now, Towns would have been out of the game by now.
Mm-hmm.
Towns or Hart would have been out of the game by now. So he's not even going to the bench right now.
So right now, like I said, is Knicks outscoring the Spurs 22-6 in this third quarter, man. Let's keep it up. It's a 8-point game. Like I said, hey, if they score, like I said, we got to come down and we got to keep the pace, though. We got to keep scoring and we got to make some defensive stop. All right, Spurs with the ball. Vasil with the ball. Vasil down the lane. Pushes Deuce. Oh, shot is up and good. He's a good Vasil. 10-point Spurs lead.
I just don't understand why they have Deuce matched up with him.
Yeah, over to Paul. I mean, Deuce over to Josh Hart. Hart with the ball, looking. They got Towns on a mismatch with Champagne. Towns. Chris Paul is over there. Somebody got to make themselves available. Make yourself on there. When that double team kind of got to make yourself available. Deuce with the ball. Deuce looking like he wanted to shoot over to Mikal Bridges. His 3-point and is a Deuce, bro. If you're gonna shoot, just shoot the ball, bro. Once you got that opening, you should have shot the ball right then and there. Yeah, even it's like he's new. He's like, you got to shoot the ball, man. That's what I say. You can't hesitate, bro. You got to put the shot up, especially the shot clock is running down.
Better.
Once you get that glimmer of hope, just like go for it. Spurs with the ball. Vasil over to Shokan, over to Keldon Johnson in the game, over to Chris Paul. and Champagne. So they only got Sokan and Vasil in the game right now. We got the bench in there with Paul and defense, and it'll be Knicks ball. But now the Knicks got to keep pace. They got to score. It's like you can't just come down and get some empty trips now. And Josh Hart mad because they slowing the Knicks down with this crap. Over to Hart. I'm Hart. Over to McBride. Back to Hart. Hart at the top of the key.
There's no
over
way,
to Deuce
dude.
McBride, over to Towns, guarded by Sokan. It's like, yo, all them dudes are staying in the lane. Towns shot is up, no good. Towns get fouls, no call. Here comes the Spurs. Sokan over to Keldon Johnson. Shot is up and good. 12-point, back to a 12-point lead. Let's go, Knicks. Come on, man. Yeah, that should have been a foul, but like I said, they're just not calling it. All right, over to the Towns. Towns. Shot is up, no good, gets fouled again, no call. And here comes the Spurs with a 12-point lead. Chris Paul with the ball. Paul, guarded by Deuce McBride, around a Sokan screen. Paul in the lane, throws it out to Champagne, over to Devin Vasil. Vasil back to Sokan. His 3-point shot is up, no good. Rebounded by Deuce McBride, and here comes the Knicks. Over to Mikal Bridges. Bridges, you got Chris Paul, and you take that dude. Keep bailing him out.
I just don't understand why not. Jesus Christ.
McBride around a screen. Over to Deuce McBride in the corner. His 3-point shot, no good. Rebounded by Josh Hart to Mikal Bridges in the lane. His shot is no good. And there's a foul on the floor. You finally call a foul. Like I said, you call a foul when he's not shooting the ball. You call a foul just so you can be like, I call a foul. You know, you need to call a foul when he's shooting the ball so you can go to the free throw line.
Dude, I can't believe that this dude is not getting the calls. How is Towns driving and you got two Spurs hitting him? Like, there's no way you can't find one call to make reasonable.
That's when Tibbs need to get a technical foul because he need to rip into the referees, get a technical foul, rile them up, and then they're gonna make some more calls. All right, Knicks with the ball. Mitchell Robinson with the ball over to Bridges in the lane, and he throws it away. So turnover for the Knicks. Spurs will take over now. The Knicks have stalled again now. They're down 12, and this is, like I said, this is like Knicks could have got down. Knicks could have cut this lead down even more. Spurs with the ball. Keldon Johnson with the ball. Keldon around a Bismack Biyombo screen. Mitchell Robinson shot. Keldon Johnson, no good. Rebounded by Champagne. I don't know where the Knicks guards are on that long rebound. Keldon Johnson, wide open 3-point shot, no good. Rebounded by Mitchell Robinson. Over to Mikal Bridges. Bridges to Deuce McBride. Back to Bridges. Bridges guarded by Wesley. Bridges, and he's stolen by Wesley. Wesley, shot is up, no good. Rebound. Of course, the Spurs get the rebound. Vasil to Champagne, wide open 3-point shot, and he got it. Timeout on the floor, Knicks. 80-65. $15-point Spurs lead. Like I said, bro. Bridges get his pocket picked by Wesley.
That's what I said. I have no idea what's the aggressiveness to, like.
His ball handling is so suspect. It's like, bro, you got to work on your handles and be stronger with the ball. Even though you're skinny, it's like you're not aware. It's like, play strong. It's like you got to. Like I said, there's small players, there's skinny players that's wiry, and these guys are strong and they're active and high motor. This guy's just low motor, man. It's like, get yourself in the gym. It's like, get yourself in the gym, work out. These dudes don't work out, man. Some of these guys just don't work out.
The strangest thing to that play is he did that on him. Why he didn't do that on Chris Paul when Chris Paul was guarding him?
Right.
You wait to do that against a bigger player that you can't body like that, but you're not going to do that against Chris Paul.
That's offensive awareness, and I'm basketball IQ. Basketball IQ telling me, like, hey, mouse in the house. Let me take this dude
all day. I mean,
What?
you could shoot right over to Chris Paul any
Well,
shot you want.
the thing with Chris Paul, the reason he probably don't, because he really can't post Chris Paul. Like, Chris Paul's a strong player. Like I said, Mikal
Then
don't
go
post him.
around him. He
Yeah,
can't hold you.
you can go
And
around
and,
him,
and
but yeah, I know what you're saying. But like I said, he'll back him down for like a 1 or 2 dribbles, then he'll do a fall away jump shot. He's like, that's what he's gonna do, a fall away jump shot.
he was going to do that anyway. That's until he stole the ball. Regardless of what he was going to do, he was going to do the same shot, whether it was on Chris Paul or this dude. It wasn't going to change.
All right, Knicks with the ball down 15. Knicks haven't scored now. Spurs is on a 7-0 run right now because the Knicks haven't scored. Over to OG Anunoby, to Josh Hart. And Hart ain't ready to shoot. Over to Deuce McBride, to Mikal Bridges. OG in the corner, wide open 3-point shot, no good. Rebounded by Spurs with the hustle play. See, Spurs with the hustle play. Wide open, Keldon Johnson. And he's fouled. Yeah, he's gonna go to the line and he's gonna go to the free throw line and get some more points. And
He was need.
oh, he got squared in the
squared
in the what you call it, yeah. All right, so Keldon Johnson be at the free throw line to extend the Spurs lead, 15-point lead. Like I said, Knicks was just down by 8 points. Now they're going to double the lead back up on the Knicks again. Keldon Johnson's first free throw is good because the Knicks just cannot score. They just not keep scoring.
Why not take Deuce out the game right now too? If you know he's hurt.
And there's that dude, Beauchamp is in street clothes. Why is he in street clothes?
Oh my goodness gracious!
Why is he in street clothes? The dude is like, this dude, you just got this dude. He should be in uniform, be playing. Keldon's shot is no good. Rebounded by the Spurs around 3 players, and he gets fouled. Champagne gets fouled. This is all, like I said, this is all effort. That's all it is. His effort level, that's all it is. They wanted more. And some of it, like I said, some of these Knicks starters been out. They've been in the whole third quarter too. They should have been out. They should be pulling them out too. But he gonna keep them in the game. All right, Champagne's first free throw is up, and it's good. And just like that, it was just an 8-point game. Now it's back up to the bench done come in for the Spurs, and they don't put the lead back up again.
17, 18.
Yeah, free throws up, and it's good. And it's an 18-point lead. This one I'm saying is just, well, hey, like I said, these guys got to produce, man. 10-0 run, like Spurs just went on a 10-0 run the last 3:55. Knicks just had a run. The Spurs just had a run. All right, Knicks with the ball. Deuce over to Hart, back to McBride, over to Deuce at the top of the key. His 3-point shot is good. 83-68, 15-point game. Yep, that fast. Knicks went back down again, Leadan. That fast, they went back down. Vasil over to Bismack Biyombo. The Champagne in the lane to Biyombo, and the pass is stolen. And see, the thing what Mitchell Robinson could do with Biyombo is like you could lay off of McBride. Bridges 3-point shot, of course, is not good. These guys got to make shots, man. But when Mitchell could lay back off of Bismack, if you want Bismack on the shoot, let Bismack shoot a shot and stuff like that. They got to Bismack Biyombo because like
they got to call loose ball fouls too. I mean, come on, there's no way. Come on, you're getting retarded with this game now.
Yeah, I know. Keldon Johnson, reads him out. Keldon was a starter before. Now he's off the bench. All right, Knicks with the ball, down 15. Bridges. See how Bridges is playing? Like I say, he comes in, he just played loose with the ball. It's like, bro, you got to play stronger with the ball. It's like, what are you? Over to Landry Shamet. His fall away shot is up and good. Should have been a foul too on Bismack.
Yeah, and a foul. That's what I'm saying to you. Like, what are we talking about here? This is stupid.
Brio, what's good, bro? Salute. All right, Vasil in the lane. And is blocked by Josh Hart. Good play by Hart. Good play by Josh.
Oh my God! Come on, move it screen right near you, dude. Stop it.
Oh, it's 83-68 with 44 seconds left to go in 83-70 44 seconds left to go in third quarter. Vasil around a Biombo screen. Vasil fall away jump shot. But it's an offensive foul. But why would Shaman even go into him? Why these dudes are so stupid? Dude did a fall away shot and you still foul him, dude.
but Biombo, you can't tell me Biombo was set on any of those screens that he was setting. He kept moving every time the dude was trying to dance around.
A lot of the bigs move on those screens and they don't call it. Like I said, they called him guy. And Wesley is playing against Deuce McBride. Should the dudes take this dude? Like, take him. He's like, you're going to break him. Deuce with the ball out to Mikal Bridges with Champagne on him. And back out the Deuce. He stopped his dribble. Deuce around a Mitchell Robinson screen. Deuce in the lane. His fall away shot is up and good. 83-72. Spurs inbounds to Wesley. 15 seconds left to go in the quarter. Almost stolen by Deuce. Wow, I thought he was only going to get that. All right, Wesley with the ball, guarded by Josh Hart. Guarded by Mitchell Robinson. Now the ball is stolen by Deuce McBride. Ahead to Josh. And he got fouled. No call. Of course, no call. Of course, no call. And Josh is pissed. I'm surprised, Josh. I'm surprised he didn't get a tech. He should give him a tech because, yo, that dude is like, yo, they are killing me out here, bro.
Yeah, but even you watch some of these replays, it's like you cannot tell me that these dudes do not see these fouls.
Right. I don't know how the NBA can't look at these games, but like, yo, y'all missed like about 12 fouls in this game. You missing fouls. These are obvious fouls. It's not like these are like, you know, like in traffic where you really can't see the foul. These are out in the open that you can see these fouls. All right, so one more quarter in the books. The Knicks down 83-72 against the Spurs.
Battling to the very end with these dudes.
Yeah, but
so Charlotte is the walking wounded tomorrow too. We get another. It'd be another situation tomorrow like this.
Mm-hmm. Because Charlotte's going to come out to play. Them dudes coming out to play. Charlotte's coming out to play. You know what I'm saying? They rested. They're gonna come out to play. And like I said, Knicks were playing on a back-to-back. Now, if the Knicks came out like the way they playing against the Spurs, that they come out tomorrow like that, I can understand because it's a back-to-back. But this ain't no back-to-back. I mean, you on the front end of the what you call it, and you ain't
exactly.
You ain't bringing it
off a day off.
Mm-hmm. Riverwalk in San Antonio.
Making this game a hell of a fight.
Yep. That's what I'm saying. It's just like, hey, that's what happens, man, when you that's what happens when you don't bring the energy and stuff like that and you fall behind, man. Now you got to make these comebacks. You got to make these comebacks. All right, Spurs inbounds. Castle with the ball, up 11. Started the fourth quarter. Castle over to Keldon Johnson, and it is deflected out. It'll be Spurs ball. All right, Spurs inbounds. Castle with the ball, over to Keldon Johnson, over to Champagne, over to Wesley. Wesley guarded by Payne, and it is a first-time offensive foul on Bismack. He's been doing it all game.
All game long.
Been doing it all game long. Knicks inbounds. So on the floor for the Knicks is OG Anunoby, Cameron Payne, Landry Shamet, Josh Hart, and Mitchell Robinson. Payne over to Shamet. Shamet over to OG Anunoby in the lane, out to Cameron Payne, to Landry Shamet. Wide open 3-point shot. No good.
No good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
but was
right,
that
foul play.
what foul though?
Yeah, so, but I mean, with Landry Shamet, that's a high percentage shot. He's a good shooter, so that was a shot. You got to make those. Trying to get this comeback. Champagne inbounds to Stephon Castle. Castle over to Johnson. Johnson to Wesley. Over to, there he is, Mushwil, and there's another foul. That's a soft push foul, but see, you can't keep having these type of fouls. They're gonna put the Spurs in a bonus early in the fourth quarter. This is what I'm saying. You guys got to play. Stop doing these little dumb, stupid little fouls. These are unnecessary fouls that they're doing. It's just like these like just wasted fouls. Over to Mushkavelli, fakes Mitchell Robinson and dunks down the lane. Nobody else stepped in to do anything. 85-72. Knicks with the ball. Josh Hart. And he gets the ball stolen by Champagne. Over to this guy again, Mushkavelli lays it up and in, and a foul.
Dude, they playing with these dudes now. Get out of here. It gotta be out of control. What is going on?
This bench player alone is killing the Knicks. This one bench player is killing the Knicks. Mama
Holy smoke.
And like I said, the dude is not the fastest dude in the world, and that's what I'm saying. That's what
he moved pretty quick on that pump fake on Mitchell.
That's because like I said, that's because of hustle play and whatever. And he just like he turned it on. It's like, yeah, he faked Mitchell, but there's other guys that could have stepped in and took a charge or do something.
Weird. Yes, it was on a broken steel.
It's Flavor. That dude faked Mitchell Robinson from the 3-point line, bro. By the time from the 3-point line, you take a pace. There's players that can get in there and take charges. You're watching on these other teams when they do that. Guys will do the same thing and they'll be able to be over there and get over there and do it. Just because the Knicks don't have players that want to do it, that doesn't matter. Like I said, the only player on the Knicks who take charges is Jalen Brunson. That's it. These other guys don't take any charges at all. OG Anunoby shot is no good. Rebounded by Mitchell Robinson. And he's fouled. He should dunk that ball, Mitch.
Exactly.
Just try to dunk the ball. Don't put the shot in. Use right there. You could have just run and just dunk that ball in there, man. But yeah, like I said, you faking somebody from the 3-point line, that's a long way to get to the basket. There's other people that's back there that can see that and come over there and help out. All right, Mitch at the free throw line. His first free throw is up, and it's good.
Looks sloppy, but it went in.
Yeah. He's not the best free throw shooter, so if you get one, you good. You know what I'm saying? It's a 15-point lead. All right. Mitchell's next free throw is up. No good. Rebounded by the Spurs. Towns had the ball, and he throws it into Stephon Castle over to Mushkavelli. Wide open Champagne for a 3-point shot. No good. And, of course, the Knicks can't get the rebounds. Bounce around like 4 for free people. Stephon Castle, 3-point shot, good. 18-point lead again. That's what I'm saying because of not getting the rebound. This is what happens when you don't get the rebound. A team gets second and third chance opportunities. They're going to score. You got to get the rebound. Guys got to get the rebound. It's like these guys got too many butterfingers on their team. Too many guys with butterfingers on their team that can't hold the ball. And Towns is fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line. But it's like you just seen these plays, like I said, man. There's a lot of time the balls are just bouncing around. They're in the Knicks' hands, and it gets out their hand and goes to the others. It's just like got to be able to grab the ball. So Towns will step to the free throw line. Like I said, last time he was 1 of 2. First free throw is up, and it's good. 91-74. Like I said, that's why I keep telling you, only thing the Knicks got to do, and all thing they just got to do a lot of shooting exercises and whatever, and that's about it. Because like I said, ain't nothing else. They ain't calling no plays. They don't call no plays, so they don't play defense either like that. So they're not really practicing nothing in practice because it's not shown in the games. Town's second free throw's up and it's good. 91-75. All right, Spurs with the ball. Castle over to Champagne. Champagne over to Wesley to Sokran. Back to Castle. Over to Wesley. Back to Castle. 10 seconds left to go. Castle in the lane. Shot is up, no good, but he is fouled by Mitchell Robinson. So Cass will be at the free throw line.
Well, I think
16-point Spurs
I
lead.
learned the trick. The Knicks players have to fall down on the floor to get a foul call. I guess. I mean that's the basis of getting a foul call now.
Yeah. Well, Towns been getting fall now, but they ain't calling nothing for him. I guess you got to get tripped from the top of the 3-point line, then they'll probably call you get tripped. But down low in the paint, when you put the rebound back up and in, they still be like Castle's first free throws up and is good. And like I said, this game is just going to be like this, where it's just the only thing they're doing is trading baskets for baskets because the Knicks haven't made really some key stops. And then when the Knicks did get down by 8, they just ran out of gas. They couldn't do it again. And like I said, you exert a lot of energy trying to come back from a lead that you shouldn't even come back from. And his free throw is good. Both free throws, 93-75. Towns inbounds to Cameron Payne. Payne around a screen. Wide open shot that's no good. And put back in by Mitchell Robinson. But like I said, these guys got to make shots, bro. Yeah, that's all it is. Like I said, these guys getting a lot of good looks. They got to make shots. All right, and ball stolen by Mitchell Robinson. Looking, go get the ball to guards. I mean, these ones so much. Shamit wide open shot, no good. Of course not. Rebounded by the Spurs. Wesley with the ball.
Wasn't he grabbing OG's arm on the backside?
Mhm.
Why did OG go with two
Wesley is
hands to
so
grab the
grand.
ball?
Down the lane, shot is no good. Rebounded by Robinson over to Payne. Payne with the ball around the town screen. Over the Towns, guarded by Sokin, and they call a foul on that. That's what I'm saying. Like I said, these are just makeup calls to make it seem like, oh, well, see, that's what I'm saying. The game, the fouls is kind of close. This is what the NBA, this is what people say the NBA be rigged and these sports be rigged, bet and all these type of things. They know what they're doing and stuff like that, man. All right, Knicks with the ball. Payne over to Shamit. Shamit with the ball. Shamit down to Mitchell Robinson. Blocked and dunked back in by Robinson. He got blocked by, was that Moshkavelli again? That dude? Was it that dude?
He was fouled. It
Yeah, I
just
know.
didn't look. It looked awkward. Like just.
All right, Spurs with the ball. She walked. Why you ain't call a walk?
And one.
I ain't call a walk. So, all right, Towns with the ball over to Cameron Payne. Payne with the ball to OG and Anobi for the dunk and one. 93-81. OG would be at the free throw line to complete the 3-point play.
That's how easy it is for OG because they can't Castle or Champagne. None of them could guard him if he plays like that.
That's what they should be doing early game. That's what I keep saying. You guys pick and choose when they want to play. You can't do that. And the Spurs are calling a timeout to challenge the play.
That's what that was. The challenge,
I think
the
that's
continuation.
What they're going to do. Probably.
Or did they call a timeout?
They call a timeout, but you call a timeout to challenge the play because there was no need for no timeout on that play after that shot. So, I mean, I know that's what they're calling a timeout for, to challenge the play, to see if it was continuation or whatever or something like that. That's what they do. They call a timeout when it's – it don't even matter if it's the first quarter or something. We the only ones that wait for a certain time to call it a challenge.
Well, he'll get the challenges up now because it's the fourth quarter.
That's what I'm saying. You can't wait till four. I don't care if it's the first quarter, second quarter, third quarter. That's when you call your challenges. You can't wait to a, you know what I'm saying? It's like that's what I'm saying. That's a loser's mentality when you do something like that. You call it when it's necessary, not when you just waiting for a certain quarter. That means it's like, yo, you just whatever, man.
Well, at the luck of the draw of how some of these refs look at these replays now for how they make their foul calls, we could lose a challenge early with some of these things. how it's turning out.
But some of them is obvious that you can be like, yo, call it, and he won't
You
call
would
it.
think.
That's what
You
I'm
would
saying. It's
think.
like so that's what I'm saying. And that goes to the people on the bench too. What kind of bench players, what kind of bench guys you got around you? Your staff. If your staff can't look at stuff, that's what they're supposed to be looking at. Things like that. Somebody's supposed to be looking at them, like, go ahead, challenge or don't challenge. It's like that's what I'm saying, man. It just depends on the team, the staff you put together, and things like that. It's all hand in hand. The good teams are, like I said, they're well run, well organized. The bad teams are not so much well. And like I said, Knicks are a good team, but like I said, they have a lot to be desired, bro.
Right, the way it's looking now, of course it looks that way.
I mean, this was
They shouldn't be behind against San Antonio right now. It
this was a
doesn't
road
look
trip.
like that.
This was a 5-game schedule. I was like, yo, Knicks could go 5-0 on this ship or 4-1.
Should be able to go 5-0.
Like I said, that's what I'm saying. That's what it looks like on paper. Even though, and even if Brunson ain't playing, because like I said, these are non-playoff teams they playing against.
Correct.
So, but like I said, if you don't bring it, this is what happens. You're gonna keep trailing. You're gonna keep wasting energy to come from behind. You should be like this. Is be like, yo, why are you guys playing with more energy now? Why are you doing this now? Why you didn't do this early on in the game?
That's what I said. I don't think that was a challenge. Second quarter.
Well, it wasn't. Sometimes it be though, you know what I'm saying? But OG at the free throw line, it's up and it's good. 93-82, 11 points, Spurs lead again. Like I said, that's been a magic number, either 11 or 8, and that's it. It's like the Knicks can't come any closer because, like I said, got to make shots, man. And they missing
that's a
shots.
travel.
They missing shots from people that's supposed to be making shots. OG Anunoby 11 points and 5 rebounds in the game. All right, Knicks over to Keldon Johnson. Yeah, big travel. Like I said, they trying to cheat the Knicks in any way they could cheat. That's a clear travel, and that's what Steve Kerr be talking about. These traveling violations are like, you know, bright as day. OG with the ball over to Cameron Payne. 3-point shot is up and good. Damn, we needed that 93-85. But now on the other end, we gotta make some stops. 7:24 left to go in the fourth quarter. Spurs with the ball. Chris Paul at the top of the key over to Castle. Castle guarded by OG Anunoby. Castle with the ball around a Mushkavelli screen. His 3-point shot from the top of the key is good. 96-85. Knicks inbounds. Payne over to Towns. Towns throws it back to Shamet to Payne over to OG Anunoby from the elbow. His 3-point shot is up and good. 96-88. So everybody trading baskets, 3-point shots, but the Knicks got to make some defensive stop, bro. You got to make some stops. All this trading basket. I have Spurs with the ball. Castle with the ball out to Schiavelli, guarded by Towns. Out to Chris Paul.
I got Towns on that dude.
Schiavelli, and his 3-point shot is good again. 99-88.
They gotta switch that. They gotta put Mitchell on that dude, man.
And what they call is a foul on the floor. This dude has come off the bench and just made this dude is just making shots. All this dude is just making shots. He's just knocking
he's open. Down. He's knocking it down. But it's like, why do you have Towns on that dude?
No, but to me, you keep saying like he's open. We got guys are open too. They're not making their shots. That's all I keep saying. These guys are making shots, bro.
Yeah, but he's killing us from the 3-point range.
Right.
Why do you have Towns following this dude around? He cannot stay with that dude.
He can't stay with that dude. That dude ain't the fastest dude. Those are
picks. He done hit 2 threes back to back. Why? Because Towns is not playing up on him. He's sinking back in the lane.
Yeah, on those
put
pick and
Mitchell
rolls,
on him.
Pick and roll play. Mitchell Robinson first free throw was good. Well, to me, the teams noticed that. That's why they're going to go to Towns. They're going to go to his pick and roll.
Thank you. Now they switched it. Now they got Mitchell on them.
But now that they're going to go back, they're going to the pick and roll.
No, they're not. It's not going to matter. It's not going to matter.
Spurs with the ball.
And again, there goes Towns, man. I'm telling you, dude, he's a weakness on defense.
To Sokan. Out to Vesvelli to Sokan for the dunk.
Thank you.
Don't know where Towns is at on that play because he should have stayed. He should have stayed with his own man because that wasn't Towns.
Wait. This is the time when he
Shot is
went
up
to go
and
help. He did. He went to go help.
But Mitch had it was Mitch and somebody else. Towns didn't even have to really be over there, and Sokan
Correct.
went back, and Towns was supposed to go back with Sokan. He never went back with him. But that's what I'm saying. But to me, that's what I'm saying. On the court, Towns missing all these defensive assignments. Why he's not mad at him? Same thing when Julius Randle used to be doing this. When Julius Randle's a poor defender, or he just care about these guys scoring points. He don't care about, you know what I'm saying. But you're gonna call out, like I keep talking about, you keep call out Obi Toppin, gonna call out all these dudes for defensive misses. How many defensive misses are these guys missing between Randle and Towns? They're missing a hell of a lot, and you don't say nothing to these guys. That's a mark of a bitch. That's all he is, man. Like I said, I don't even like the dude as a coach, man. He's like I said, you ain't consistent like that. Either you one way or the other. You can't be in and out. All right, 101-90. Spurs with the ball up 11. Paul guarded by Towns at the 3-point line. Paul in the lane, fall away jump shot is up, no good. Rebounded by Skizvilli over to Chris Paul. Paul and Spurs get the ball back. They are out hustling the Knicks on the rebounds. Mitch is going for the rebound, but nobody else is getting rebounds like that in Towns. All right, in the lane, over to Chris Paul. His shot is up and no good, air ball, and 24-second shot clock violation.
Yeah, he was just trying to beat the clock.
All right, yeah, he was just trying to beat the clock. 5:14 left to go. Spurs up 11. All right. So Mitch is out. Deuce is still out the game.
Woo!
Deuce is still out the game. All right. Cameron Payne with the ball over to Shamet. Back to Cameron Payne. Guarded by Vasil over to Shamet. His 3-point shot is up and no good. Put back in by Towns, who barely got above the rim on that one. I mean, he barely got a fingertip over the rim. 101-92 is like, yo. Yeah, I don't know. This is I don't know how they don't call these walks. Keldon Johnson in the lane. All day, every day. Like I said, the easiest call in the world to make is a traveling call that they won't make. Chris Paul shot is up and good. The easiest call is a travel. I don't know how they can miss these travel calls. You're watching a guy who has the basketball. That's what you're watching. That's the main person that has the ball. You can't be looking at nobody else. Cameron Payne almost had a wide open shot. He passed it up around the screen. Towns with the ball guarded by Chris Paul. Somebody got to be open to Mikal Bridges. Backdoor, good cut. 103-94. 9-point game. 4:13 left to go in the fourth quarter. All right, Keldon Johnson. And see, look at this. So Keldon Johnson bringing the ball up. And also Keldon Johnson, no good. Rebounded by Sokan and put back in. But who was that? Cameron Payne that fell on the floor?
Yeah. But it's like, come on, dude. How are they beating you? It's senseless to look at this and be like, yo, they beat you to the ball because everybody's looking for somebody else to get the ball so they can get the outlet. Yo, go get the ball. Just crash the board. I'd rather you run into your own man trying to get the same ball. Don't sit there. Especially Mikal is always good for that. Just watching the rebound and then somebody else is running around you to go get the ball. Like, come on, dude. Go get the rebound. Stop playing around.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like I said, I don't have to say it all the time. You can watch the game for yourself and see all the things that's happening in the game, why they lose games. You can see it. Like I said, some of it is coaching. Some of it is the players. You know what I'm saying? It goes hand in hand with both of them, but mostly it's the players. Like I said, the ones that's in the game. You're not putting forth the maximum effort. You know what I'm saying?
Not at all.
You can't sit there and say like I'm pacing myself. You can't be pacing yourself at the end of the day.
For what, dude? You're losing a game pacing yourself.
That's what.
You're putting your team putting your team out of the reach of trying to be in the game by pacing yourself.
Yeah,
it's retarded. Come on, these dudes gotta put maximum effort. He's the only one. OG has been playing. I can't. OG to me is could be lackluster, but he's been hustling and trying to get rebounds. It's like, come on, dude. I guarantee you, Mikal only has 1 or 2 rebounds this whole game right now.
Mikal Bridges. Let me see. Mikal Bridges has 5 rebounds and 7 assists.
No way.
You got OG Anunoby has 5 rebounds and
There's no
1
way.
assist. Josh Hart has 7 rebounds. Yeah, Mikal Bridges has 5 rebounds and 7 assists.
Well, they must be falling in his lap because he
Hart has
ain't going to
7
get
rebounds
rebound.
and 7 assists, but Josh Hart only has 2 points in this game. He only took 4 shots in this game. Off the bench, Precious Achiuwa looked like he hasn't even come back in the game. He got 4 points. Mitchell Robinson, 13 and 11. Double, working his way slowly back. Cameron Payne with 6 points and Landry Shamet with only 2 points. Between Shamet and Cameron Payne, they are 3 for 13.
Yeah, they're struggling tonight.
They've been struggling a lot of nights.
Not like this. I mean, Shamet is having good looks at the basket by far. He normally, and it's not like he's off. He's right there at the front rim.
Like I said, he's playing with a bad shoulder and all that stuff, but he hasn't, like I said, so I can't really go too hard on him. But Cameron Payne hasn't been playing good, like I said, since the beginning of the season. At the beginning of the season, he was on and also, but then he tapered off. And like I said, a lot of it is wide open shots, bro. These are good looking shots. You know what I'm saying? These ain't like somebody like on you and the shot clock running down. You just got to push shots up. These are wide open shots that you're just missing. All right, Knicks with the ball. Josh Hart and Deuce McBride back in the game. McBride with the ball. Knicks down 11. 3:50 left to go. McBride with the ball over to Towns. Guarded by Sokan at the top of the key. Towns fakes out to Mikal Bridges. Bridges in the lane and turns it over. I don't know who he's looking for, Josh Hart or who. Are you trying to throw to the 3-point line? But that's a far pass.
He was throwing it to Deuce, but the other guy was standing there. He didn't see the other guy.
Spurs with the ball. Paul with the ball. Like I said, this is Paul.
Unbelievable.
With the ball. Otis Sokan with the ball. Looking, finds Keldon Johnson. 3-point shot. Yeah, he just threw that sucker up and he just went in 108-94. But these are, like I said, these are the things that happen when you play like this in the beginning of the game. When you play like this, Mikal Bridges, wide open shot. Of course not. Towns with the rebound. Like I said, wide open shots. These guys can't even make these shots. And Towns a foul. So it's 108-94. Like I said, it's there for these guys, bro. That was a well-contested luck shot that went in, but contested shot, but like I said, it went in.
Yeah, but you know the craziest thing about it is they got now Chris Paul on Hart, and that's guarding nobody for Chris Paul because Hart doesn't take any shots.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like a waste. Like, why not put Hart in the lane and let him go post him up to try to get that easy bucket? Or why isn't Hart not driving around this dude?
Towns' first free throws up and is good. His second free throws up and is also good. 108-96. Like I said, all it has been in this third and fourth quarter has just been trading baskets for baskets.
So you got to be kidding me. And you're going to tell me this guy is not fast?
All right. Balls. Keldon Johnson throws the ball. Look at that. Beats Meshkavelli, beats Towns and everybody back for a dunk. But that's your man. How you forget about that man? You way on the other side of the court. You're way on the other side of a court. Where are you going? Where are you going? This dude is 26 points. He's 10 of 11. Every shot he's thrown has gone, and he's 10 of 11. Look at that. He's beating him again. Look at that. He's beating him again. And Chris Paul could have threw that ball, but he didn't even throw the ball. He's beating him again.
Oh my goodness! Get out of here, S. What are you, dude? Come on, man. This dude is lousy, man.
Otis Sokan to Mashkavelli again. 3-point shot is up and is good. 113-96. Bruh. Like I said, and you saying this thing, like I said, you watch another game and it's like it'll be different. You know what I'm saying? It'll be different. Like, who is this guy like that? You know what I'm saying? But you playing at Knicks and these guys are just making shots, man. 113-98. Everybody, like I said, when they play the Knicks, everybody is like, Knicks get beat off the bench by guys like just signed on a 10-day contract. Don't matter who it is. It's like every shot they put up, it just goes in.
But see, and the saddest thing about it is, at this point, Tibbs should just take all the starters out and bring in all the bench players. It's over. You're not coming back. It's over. Take the starters out. It's over.
To me, this guy averages 5 points a game. That's what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Is guys like this is like having like a career games against the Knicks because of the way they play defense. The way Towns plays defense on some of these guys.
6 for 6.
Yeah, he's hitting shots, right? Like I said, you watch some other games, this dude can't even hit the side of a barn, and guys are playing defense on him. That's why you're only averaging 5. That's why you're averaging 5 points. But like I said, if you don't play no defense, this is what's going to happen. 29 points. This is why we lose the game. 29. This guy has beaten the Knicks tonight. It's 29 points.
He actually listened because he is clearing the bench. Because at this point, it's over. What are you leaving the starters in? You got a back-to-back game. It's over. Towns got beat down the court. He's way on the other side of the court. I don't know who he was looking for.
So you look at it, it's like, yo, at the Knicks forward position, even though like if Towns at the forward position, when even Julius Randle's there, they're great scorers, but they're terrible defenders.
Horrible.
They're terrible defenders, and that's part of the reason why they're terrible defenders. And a lot of it is because of effort level. All right, Knicks with the ball. Kolick over to DeLon Wright, over to Payne. Payne with the ball. Guarded by Kelvin Johnson around the screen. Payne in the lane over to Kolick, and his shot is up and good. 115-100. All right, Spurs
Here we go
inbounds.
again.
Inbounds.
Holy shit.
Yeah, bro. I'm telling you. Yeah, you got PJ Tucker on him, old man Tucker, and they leave him wide open because Chris Paul keeps running that on what you call it. He run into the hot man, run that pick and roll to the hot man. If they're gonna leave him open, he's gonna be open. He's gonna keep shooting that ball. That's what Chris Paul. He's like this. This the hot man. I'm gonna keep running that pick and roll to him. Cameron Payne 3-point shot is up and good.
8 for 8. This dude is.
That's what I'm saying. You never see this dude 8 for 8. It's just amazing, bro. It's amazing, bro. I just can't describe it, but guys, like I said, it don't matter who it is. A guy who comes off like the 10-day contract is gonna have a career game. It don't matter. A guy who's been in the league for like what 8-9 years. Yeah. Misha with a dunk is like he's the star of the game. Like I said, he's putting the ball in the basket. PJ Tucker has a wide open shot and passes it up over to Cameron Payne. Just lays it up and in 120-105. And Spurs inbound with a 15-point lead. And these are the type of, like I said, these are the type of games that the Knicks supposed to be winning, and they don't win these games. Because, like I said, they come in with, and like I said, it could be, the Knicks could have been on a 3-day rest. They'll still come in and still play like this. It's just, like I said, it's just accountability. The coach has to fire these guys up. He doesn't do it in the first quarter. You can see how your team come out. They come out flat. You need to go at them dudes. There's no excuse for them dudes to come out flat in a game like this. And that's the final score. So the Spurs beat the Knicks 120-105. The Knicks will fall to 43-25 on the season. Spurs go to 29-39 on the season. And I'm going to read off the final stats for you. Mikal Bridges finishes with 14 points, 5 rebounds, 7 assists. OG Anunoby finishes with 14 points, 5 rebounds. Karl Anthony Towns, the high man, with 32 points, 9 rebounds. Deuce McBride finishes with 11 points, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. Josh Hart finishes with 2 points, 7 assists, 7 rebounds. Off the bench, Precious Achiuwa with 4 points. Mitchell Robinson, 13 points and 11 boards off the bench. Cameron Payne with 11 points off the bench. Landry Shamet and Tyler Kolick with 2 points apiece. Overall shooting for the Knicks, 39 of 92 for 43%. 3-point shooting, 11 of 37 for 30%. Free throw shooting, 16 of 21 for 76%. Total rebounds for the Knicks, 44 rebounds, 28 assists, and 7 blocks in the game. For the San Antonio Spurs, Jeremy Sochan with 10 points, 3 assists, 6 rebounds. Harrison Barnes finishes with 11 points, 4 rebounds. Chris Paul, 12 points, 9 assists, 6 rebounds. Devin Vassell with 10 points. And Stephon Castle, your front runner probably for Rookie of the Year, will finish with 22 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. And this is where the Spurs beat the Knicks at off the bench.
Hmm.
Sandro Makoklavici finishes with 34 points, 9 rebounds, field goal 13 of 14 in the game, 3-point shot 7 of 7 from 3-point range, finishes with 34 points, 9 rebounds. Julian Champagny, 5 points. Keldon Johnson, 6 points and 10 rebounds for Keldon Johnson off the bench. Bismack Biyombo, 4 points, 4 rebounds. Blake Wesley with 6 points, 2 rebounds, and 3 assists. Overall shooting for the Spurs, 45 of 90 for 50%. 3-point shooting, 16 of 35 for 46%. Free throw shooting, 14 of 20 for 70%. And the Spurs out-rebound the Knicks, 52 rebounds for the Spurs, 28 assists. Spurs had 13 turnovers in the game. And that's the stats for the Knicks. Looking at other scores from around the league, Pelicans up 117 to 115 over the Minnesota Timberwolves with 43 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. Other scores, Washington down 80 to 72 to the Jazz, 7:40 left to go in the third quarter. Also, first quarter started actually. Denver up down 18 to 12 to the Lakers in LA. First quarter, 4:09 left to go in the first quarter. Phoenix up 21-15 over the Bulls. 5:10 left to go in the first quarter. Portland up 25-13 over the Grizzlies. Early first quarter, 5:26 left to go. Cleveland up 13-7 over Sacramento. Scores that went final. Indy comes back and beats Dallas 131 to 131. Also, Houston beats Orlando 116 to 108. Detroit beats Miami 116 to 113. And OKC beats Philadelphia 133 to 100 is the final score. And that is the final wrap up for the out of town scores. D. Dan Shell said, "Is it coaching?" Yeah, some of it is coaching, but it's like I said, some of it is on the players and the coaches. They both have to take the accountability because, like I said, the coach is supposed to hold these guys accountable. You're supposed to have your guys prepared. They're supposed to be ready for these games. They're supposed to come out strong, not come out flat, not come out with no energy, not come out with what you call it. You're the coach. You need to call a timeout in the early beginning. You down. It's like pull those guys to the side and rip into those guys. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't do that, you just sit there and just like these guys are gonna keep doing that stuff. Or you're
Yeah,
not
it's
making
also
them accountable. You're not benching some of these guys and stuff like that. It's like, I mean,
right.
it is what it is. Like I said, at the end of the day, it's gonna come down to coaching and things like that. But like I said, this is we gotta keep this is the first year with a lot of these guys on the team and stuff like that.
Correct.
So in the offseason, they're gonna tweak the lineup and stuff like that and get some other people in here. Because like I said, you got some guys in here who's in the starting lineup that should be coming off the bench. So you got some bench guys starting, like I said, that shouldn't be starting. But that's what we got to roll with for right now. Because like I said, all the depth pieces is going because of trades that they had to make with Mikal Bridges and Karl Anthony Towns trades, as well as OG Anunoby trade last year. You know what I'm saying? When you make trades, you got to give up pieces and stuff like that. But if you sign a guy in free agency, it's different. You really don't have to give up nobody. You just got to sign a guy. But when you make trades, this is what comes with some of the trades. You lose some key pieces of players off your bench or from your team. But overall, this game, man, just a poor effort from the Knicks from start to finish. They try to come back a little bit, but like I said, it was a wasted effort because, like I said, you shouldn't have been trailing in this game in the first place. This was a wounded team. You gave them the ammunition and the confidence, in the game early on. And this is what happens when you fall behind. Now you got to waste energy to try to come from behind. That takes a lot out of you. So it is what it is. Tomorrow they'll play the Charlotte Hornets and stuff like that. I don't know if I'm gonna do that game, but I know I'll probably definitely do the game on Saturday. So I'll see which one I'll do. I'll know by tomorrow. But that'll be the next game against the Hornets on the road tomorrow night, 7:30. And then I think Saturday they play, I want to say the Mavericks or the Wizards on Saturday night. But I want to shout out the chat, man. D-Dan, Shelton, man. Thanks for coming through. Brio, Dewani, you already know what it is, man. Orange and Blue Skies, Jacob Petruzzi, Tyrone Hall, thanks for coming through. D, you got any final words on this game, man?
It was a horrible game the horrible effort game that the Knicks put out. Like I said, we could say the coaching. I think it was the players tonight. Is it the coach that can make the adjustment as far as what it is he needs to do? Again, I don't. We could say that, but he don't play a lot of his players to know what the other players could do. Sometimes we might have needed Precious to guard that guy. I don't know. Somebody
Mm-hmm.
that was mobile. I mean, he didn't play Precious really in the second half. He just is a piss poor.
His substitution is
He
crazy.
has to substitute, and I understand you wanted to go to the bigger lineup because the bigger lineup did give us more rebounds, but it still hurt us if you didn't rest your starters. Towns, I don't even think really rested until he took him out when the game was over.
Mm-hmm.
And that second, you know what I mean, in that fourth quarter. And sometimes we got to look at that a little differently when you're trying to get guys that is not fully healthy some rest, some minutes. They got to sit down for some. You know what I mean? So listen, hopefully Charlotte they play Charlotte tomorrow at 7 that they can have a better outlook.
Showing
You know what I mean? Is
the effort.
yeah, something. I mean, come on, man. We can't be losing games like this. These are the gimme games. You going down like that to
Mm-hmm.
who? Who was this? Who?
Team that's
Mission
lost.
Valley? Come on, stop it, dude.
This dude had 34 points, bro. Hit 34.
34 points. He wasn't challenged on really none of his shots then.
This dude was
None
13
of
of
his yes, he
14.
was challenged on none of his shots.
Yo, the dude hit like 90 something percent of 95% of his shots. He was 13 of 14, bro. And he was 7 of 7 from 3-point land. 7%.
Yo, he missed one shot. He
yeah.
missed one shot.
Yeah, but it's this 3-point shot. He made 7 3-pointers. That's 21 points right there, bro. 21 points off. It's like, yo, 21 points from 3-point
Unbelievable.
shot alone.
It can't be done. I mean, it's like come on. I mean, and like I said, we're hard on the team based on the team being put together for this year, but some things when you're watching a game, like I said, it's all about effort. It's all about play. It's all about the coaching, like you said, helping the players or putting players in the position to help the team as well. So he's just got to figure out what it is or something because that was horrible.
But like I said, when they do those like the post game press conference when these journalists in the room, he's asking Tibbs and Towns to sit right, but like, why it's like why did this guy always play back on these screens on these pick and rolls? I mean, why did he play back? Why does he? It's like, but these are the questions that you got to ask the coach and put him on the spot. But like he's a terrible defender. Why you keep on it? He's a bad. I can't even be a journalist. I'll say what I want to say. I ain't gonna say it's like cursing or nothing, but I just say it's like he's a poor defender, and you keep putting him out there. You know what I'm saying? And he's not giving you the effort level on the defensive end. You're not seeing that as a coach, or you're not seeing that. I don't care if you get mad. I'm just telling him, you know what I'm saying? It's a question to ask him. Because at the end of the day, it's clear as day. It's not like something that's made up or somebody just coming out, you know what I'm saying something. It's like, yo, this is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Anybody can see that. Anybody can watch the game and see it. And like I said, I mean, me and you talk about it, but everybody got all these teams got the memo because that's what they do. They go to the pick and roll where Towns is at because they know they're going to get some free. They're going to eat. They don't even have to run an offense. They could just go through that and just eat off of that all day long. But like I said, and that's what the coach will get in there is like this. You got to tell this dude, like, you're going to limit his minutes or you're going to be like, yo, you're going to have to play up on these dudes or something like that, you know what I'm saying, on these screens, on these pick and rolls. You can't be sitting behind. You can't stay behind. You stay behind is like, yo, it's like you're giving them free chance, opportunity. And like I said, they seen all this on film review when they do the films. They see all this stuff. I mean, everybody watch the films and see the effort level and see who's getting beat and who's not getting beat and stuff like that, man. It's like, come on, bro. That's what I'm saying.
Dude,
it's like
he didn't miss a 3-pointer. He missed a regular field goal.
That's what I'm saying. He was 7 of 7 from 3-point range. He missed a regular field goal, a regular shot. This dude had like 9 rebounds and 3 assists. Like I said, for the season, averaging 5 points. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. When you watch other teams play these guys, other teams are playing a lot, but playing a little better defense and so on. These guys, they're not letting them get these free shots like the way the Knicks be giving them free shots. That's what I'm saying, man. You watch him this game. You watch San Antonio another game against somebody else. Is like this dude might score like 6 points in the whole game. You're like, yeah.
Well, he shined in the moment where he was supposed to because, like you're saying, if they're gonna give him that straightaway open three, I mean, he had a clear path to looking at the shot, so he knocked him down. I mean, even I mean, the last couple of shots was challenging. But I mean, Mitchell challenged one of his threes. He did a steps to the side and hit the shot. I mean, I'm watching a replay of him. He hit a shot over pressures running at him. So I mean, he was just his night. That's why I actually right away. I actually did the Knicks get off the plane late because it seemed like everybody was clanking their shots, whether it was OG or Mikel. They was not hitting no shots.
They ain't get off no plane. They've been clanking shots most of the season anyway too. So it ain't like
Well, OG and Mikel hasn't really been clanking like that, but in the first half, yes.
That's why Mikel was benching some other games and stuff like that because he wasn't really scoring. This ain't no what you call it. He's been 4 points, 5 points in a game and stuff like that. He's been missing a lot of shots. Like I said, he has a lot of good looking shots. Wide open shots. He misses them, or like I said, or the step back jump shot that's what's hurting the shooting is the step back. He keeps using the step back. Like I said, when you do a step back jump shot, you got to put more effort into the shot. Right. More energy. It's just stupid to me why he keeps doing it. He's not a short player. You're a long player. You shouldn't have to fade away. You should go straight up.
Exactly. What do you fading on Chris Paul? And that was another thing I don't like Tibbs's matchups. Like you come out the game, you had Deuce on what's the name on the point guard from Miami, but then you turn around and don't put Deuce on Chris Paul,
Mitchell or Tyler Hero.
Yeah, but why do you don't put Deuce on Chris Paul and you have Deuce on like Castle or what's that? They're too big for him,
right? Like
Chris Paul wasn't a threat in this game. Yeah, but why do you got Mikel on Chris Paul?
Towns had 32 points, but he gave up 34.
Yo, he got
32. He gave up 34
but he gave up 34 to who? To nobody.
That's why I couldn't even say the dude's name because I never really seen him play too much.
Exactly, he gave up 34 to nobody.
How much belly and stuff like that. But like I said, watch that dude. Like I said, now he goes to another team, or even comes if he plays on the Knicks right now, he won't even be coming in the game. He'll be sitting on the bench. They'll be able to keep him on the bench. And then we'd be like this dude's a bum. he's a bum. It's like, and that's what I said. When you go on other teams, they're gonna play, but it is what it is. But we're gonna get up out of here, man. I want to thank everybody for coming through, man. D, thanks for coming through, man. Even on a bad effort for the Knicks, man. Make sure you thank. I want to thank everybody from YouTube, Twitter, and all social media platforms for tapping into this live stream. Knicks versus the Spurs from Frost Bank Center in San Antonio. Once again, Knicks lose 120-105. Thank you guys for tapping in, man. If this is your first time to the Man Cave Podcast, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Also share it on all social media platforms, as well as go subscribe to the Aboriginal Sports Network, our one centralized location for all of our content, man. Make sure you go subscribe, man. Like I said, I should be back on. I might be back on here tomorrow night, but more likely I'll be back on here Saturday night, man, when the Knicks play. I think it's the Wizards or the Mavericks. But we'll be back, man. But until then, see you guys next time. Peace.
Who's got the rocket launcher? I say we blow it up. Now fire that thing.
It's for the city of sports, playing with a giant Nick. With my man S. God. That's him. You feel the vibe? That's me. We going live. That's us. That like button shared, you been subscribed. Stadium. That MetLife, Big Blue, home of the Braves. Yeah. That turnpike, you can see that's where the game's played. NFL one day, then it's the NBA. Madison Square Garden, that's where the Knicks play. This that NY Logan, North don't get broken. Legalized, mean this shit smoking. I'm on topic, dropping another episode. The game winner, trade, maybe a field goal. Everybody right now doing the wave. You tune in the show called The Man Cave. I see the chat, they always doing their thing. Big views, 85 inch screen. The game's on, you rushing, please. Remain calm, you on the road and chill. Do the watch along. The show's on, the host, you know it's S-God. It's no telling the panel filled with guest stars. You're now rocking with the voice, you know who it is. It's your boy J Boogie. You're now rocking with my man S-God. I support him to the fullest, you heard? My man Mike Blaze. This is Alter Productions. What that mean? We about to alter everything that's planned. Tune in. My man S.God. Support the show. Subscribe, share it. Most importantly, hit that like button.